birthday. Yo.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode 359 of D&E Takeover. We are back, and we're back on this lovely Monday. Freaking, it's June already, man. It's June.
I'm fixing my camera, bro. It's way too high.
What happened? It's too high up.
It's too high for my liking. Watch me too low now. No, I like it right here. Yeah. I like it right here.
Fair enough. But hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I know the weekend was very good for me. And we'll get into that reason why. But I had a great weekend. Eric, how was your weekend?
It's actually so mid. In every cylinder, bro. In every which way. The only positive was that I got to spend time with my family, quote unquote.
Oh, that's nice, Eric. That's good.
Yeah, but I don't know if you missed the quotations. I put that out there just in case my mom and my sister are watching right now. But yeah, guys,
they can see.
No, but what I'm saying, because I spent my weekend watching children, and that out of context sounds really crazy.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. You're watching children? That would you do for fun.
No. It definitely wasn't for fun. I'll tell you that much. What's it called? My sister volunteered me to help with her dance recital. She works at a dance school, and I had to watch the boys before they went on stage, and. They're evil. They're just little evil kids, bro. It's
of course.
One kid called me a penis head.
Did he?
Yes, and mind you, 5 years old.
Wow.
5 years old.
Really?
He said you're a poo poo head. I said, bro, okay. I was laughing. He goes, you're a penis head. With chest. I was like,
that's the kid who's getting in trouble in freaking the kindergarten right there.
Yeah, get this. Yeah, he walked up to me afterwards. He goes, do you have a penis? I said, yo, that's inappropriate. Stop asking me questions like this. He starts laughing. I'm like, why do you even understand what's going on, bro?
That's so crazy, dude. Honestly, you should have roasted him back. Honestly, fair game.
There was nothing else to say. I low-key just wanted to fight. That's what it really was. But I can't find a fighter.
I will tell you this, these kids, they're really expanding their vocabulary. So, you got to give them props for that, I guess. They're learning new phrases.
You know what? I say we help them expand their vocabulary even more. And let me just curse them out. No, I'm kidding.
Fair enough. But, dude, we got a lot of sports to talk about, man. There's NBA has already been through 2 games in the finals. They're 1-1. I mean, we talked about this on Wednesday. We did not expect the Pacers to somewhat be close. I mean, I thought they were going to be close, but I didn't think they were going to win a game. Yeah. I thought it was going to be close, but I didn't expect them to win a game on the road. But they won game 1 in a comeback matchup. So got to give them their flowers. We'll get into that games and those details. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't really watch game 2. I saw it got blown out by halftime. I kind of just packed it up. I'm like, okay, it's one of those games that the Pacers are going to pretty much push it off and go back to Indiana on a healthy note. Not only that, there was some crazy soccer this weekend. And if you know what I'm talking about, I know I was watching it. Portugal was in the Nations League. They won their second trophy ever in the Nations League. It's third total. So Portugal won in penalties. I was freaking loving that. And we'll get into that game as well. And also, not to mention, we also have some hockey that's going on right now where we have game 3. The Edmonton Oilers going up against the Florida Panthers. They're playing in Florida. Series is tied 1-1. It's kind of like whatever the hockey series is going on. It's exactly what the NBA series is going on. Both teams tied 1-1. The road team 1-1 on the away, but they just switched games. 1-1. The away team won game 1 in the NBA, and the away team won game 2 in hockey. So we got a lot to get into, guys. And I feel like it's been a while since we had this talk with everyone because it was a busy weekend, at least from my standpoint. You know?
Yeah, no doubt. It definitely. I agree with you. It felt like a dragged out week. I think I haven't talked to you guys in a long time. I don't know what it is, man. That Thursday to next Monday is a really long time, bro.
Yeah,
I don't really know.
and the crazy thing is also we have some news that's not even that important, but it would be big deal if these other stuff wasn't been happening. Is the fact that Aaron Rodgers signed with the Steelers. It's like that's been such an understatement. It's been like sliding underneath the radar. I know it's really not that huge of a deal, but it's still a legend in the football world going to become a Pittsburgh Steeler, which we'll get into that too.
Also, I just saw. I literally just saw on my phone before we got on the podcast. Nick Chubb signed a 1-year deal with the Texans.
Yeah, saw that too.
But like for what though?
I don't know. They got Joe Mixon in that already. So,
like, well, if Nick Chubb hits his form that we saw before he got hurt, what the heck? Like that team just became so much better.
You know what that signing told me from Nick Chubb's perspective is the fact that he knows that he's not going to be a number one guy after that injury. He had that season last year after coming off from it, and he wasn't the same. You know, but let's see what happens.
All I know is that Browns organization is cooked. Shout out to Shador, man. He's cooked, buddy. He's cooked. He's cooked for life. Finish.
Damn, but Eric, actually, I got to get some water. I forgot some water. Can you go through the comments while I do this, or is that too far away?
My brother. No worries. No, I got you. I got you.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right, chat. Let's go through these comments really quick. So, really quick, David has the soundboard, so I don't hear the claps. That's why. But shout out to Knives. Knives in the building. I clicked it. Oh, he's clicking it still. What the heck? Hey, look at it. Shout out to Knives. He said, "What's up, fellas? What's up? What's up, Knives? What's up, Knives?" He said, "My birthday was yesterday, so the weekend was alcoholic." That's a very good descriptive word. Nah, he said it was alcoholic, man. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. I hope you had an amazing birthday, man. Yeah, man. Oh, Dave, you want to take it from here? Because my
I got you.
It's just so bad.
I got you.
The thing like 5 seconds ago and it didn't go up.
DJ
Khaled's at the game.
Is he really?
DJ Khaled's at the game. Oh my God.
DJ Khaled.
We're the best, Florida.
We're the best music. Ophelia Hines in the building. Shout out to Ophelia. Thanks for popping out.
See?
She said you can't make it up. Kids, LOL. Yeah, these kids freaking their language is insane.
But you know what's crazy? The parents are worse, bro.
That's where they get it from, right?
Times 10. People, Dan's parents scare human beings. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, right? That's where the whole expression came from. He said, "Thank you so much." 38, but feels like 58. Listen, that's the spirit. Actually, that's the opposite.
Wait, the other way around. Yeah.
58 feels, whatever. But we're supposed to go younger than that. But I mean, I hope you had a great birthday. That's for sure. Jay's in the building. What's going on, Jay? Appreciate you popping out. So yeah, my daughter is learning. My daughter's learning parentheses or quotations, not parentheses. Dad, I need money to go out. She need to learn. Dad, I need the car for work. Yeah, in fact, she needs to go to work. She needs to stop taking that money. That's for sure.
He said, go earn your bread, bro.
Exactly. You can't be loaning. When you go to college, you're gonna have enough loans to take out. You can't be abusing those loans from your parents. You got to go get the money for yourself. But Knife says Indiana Pacers are in the NBA Finals. Aaron Rodgers is a Steeler, and the stupid Seth Rollins won Money in the Bank. Yeah, I'm done with Earth, bro. Listen, it's gonna happen. Everything's the world's gonna have to be a little bit of chaotic before it can smoothen out. That's all I gotta say.
Man, WWE is making some crazy decisions right now, bro.
As you see, R-Truth came back. I saw that. R-Truth came back.
Yeah, it was cool, but like now I'm over here like it's so far from the fact like I can't even tell what's real anymore or not. Or I'm sorry, as far as the reports go, I just don't know what's going on anymore. And Seth Rollins won out of everyone to win Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins won Money in the Bank. I'm not mad at it because it makes sense because he's got two goons with him, two crazy steppers. But man, like there were so many people in that match that could have really used that Money in the Bank briefcase for their career.
It's like they're skipping steps. They're skipping steps. It's not really working out so good right now. But
I don't know, man.
Listen, and hopefully they have a strategy going on because
Johnson over here pushing Logan Paul. Like I'm not saying Logan Paul's a bad. Logan Paul's actually really good at what he does. But like, what's going on, bro? What's going on?
Yeah, we got Nico on the bill. What's going on, Nick? Appreciate you popping out. He said Portugal is so trash. Oh my God. Listen, I ain't gonna even argue with you because of the fact that who held the trophy? Who held the
Wait,
trophy?
what did
There
you
was a wardrobe.
change?
There was a wardrobe change.
Wait,
Hold up.
I didn't even
Who held
know.
the trophy? Who held the trophy?
You went to go
Exactly.
get one. You went to go get the freaking jersey. Look at you, bro. I did it before the show started. I said, "Yo, why should I get a jersey?" This guy goes, "I don't really feel like it already happened already." I knew for a fact that was coming out.
Eric, I'm
Oh my
loving it, dude.
God.
I'm so hyped right now. I love this. The episode's gonna be so great because of the fact that I have so much energy right now. That game is still fresh in my brain. I want to be honest with you, Eric. You know how many times I watched the highlights of this freaking thing in the last day?
You have?
I watched the highlights 3 times. 3 times. Just to watch Portugal lift the trophy again. I don't know why. I got this feeling. I watched it during breakfast this morning. I watched it during friggin' lunch in the afternoon. And I watched one last night. I even rewatched the game. They put it back on TV. I rewatched the game. It's insane, dude.
Yeah, man, you know, that's how you enjoy a freaking championship right there if I've ever seen it, man. That's
Oh, man.
That's a real fan, that is, yeah.
It's
Oh
friggin'
my God.
so happy, dude. So happy. I gotta tell you this. Portugal, the amount of stress that they put a fan through is freaking ridiculous, dude. Like, I was telling my dad we were watching the game, like, there's never a game where I'm watching Portugal and be like, yeah, we can comfortably win this game. And I don't have no heart attacks. It's like always like, okay, close game. Oh, we turn over the ball. Oh, they scored. We're down by a goal. It's like, Jesus Christ, can we just like win? Can we take a lead for once? Like, freaking insane. But listen, we'll get into the game. I know that, but I just wanted to change my wardrobe to get more into the festivities of today's episode.
Hey, man, I have a lot. I think I have more to say on soccer as a whole, like the topic itself, than I do on basketball. So
Me too. Me too. I don't care about basketball right now, dude. I didn't care about basketball.
God, man,
Crazy.
I'm trying to keep my composure.
Eric,
Oh
we're
my
gonna get
God.
turned up in this episode.
This guy's buzzing right now. Over here, like.
Nico said, "How the f did they win?" I'll tell you how they win. Nuno Mendes shut down their best player.
Oh my God.
Really that simple. Portugal's playing good. They were putting pressure in the first 10 minutes, and then they allowed it up a goal. But then Nuno Mendes shut down their best player on their team and proved why he is the best left back in the world. That's it. Last episode we were discussing, Eric was a little hesitant. I was already saying he's the best left back in the world. Eric was a little hesitant. He's like, I don't know. I think the only reason why we say that is because of the fact that there's no other quality left backs. That's what you said. And after that performance, Lamine Yamal, the best player, one of the best players in the world, up for Ballon d'Or. And guess what? Ballon d'Or. Nuno Mendes says, hold my freaking beer. And I've been seeing so many memes about it, dude. It's freaking funny. Freaking funny.
Listen, my statement still stands. I think the left back market is still very weak. Like, it's, well, not very weak. It's just a bunch of people that are still trying to put their name on the map. That's what it really is. There's a good players, but they haven't fully proven themselves. The only proven one after this year is Nuno Mendes. That's really it. There's a lot of other people that are like, well, not a lot of other people, but like that are building their repertoire or building their resume, building what they're known for. So,
Nuno Mendes won 5 titles this year.
Oh my God!
He won 5 titles this year. Insane.
I can hear this brother's name one more time, bro. All weekend.
Well, we're gonna be talking about it for another hour because we gotta get into the game. Because he was the man of the match and the MVP of that game. He scored the goal for Portugal to tie him 1-1. And not only that, I'm surprised. I looked at FotMob's rating of him. Eric, he wasn't even the man of the match. They put Zubamendi for Spain, 8.5 rating they gave him. And Nuno Mendes got 8.1.
Didn't Zubamendi, that's so stupid. Because Zubamendi scored, right?
He did score. He scored the first goal, yeah.
The thing is, though, Zubamendi didn't even finish the game.
No.
So, like, what? I don't know. I don't know, man. This Zubamendi has been targeted by so many different big clubs this year so far. I've heard City. I've heard mostly Arsenal. There's a lot going on for Zubamendi right now. No, not City. I've heard Madrid and Arsenal. That's what I'm talking about. But hey, man, we all saw Nuno Mendes at the end of the game with the Man of the Match award. So none of that really matters to me. But Nuno Mendes was the best. Oh, Panthers scored.
Oh, the Panthers in the first first minute. In the first minute, the Florida Panthers just scored the first goal, going up 1-0 in their home turf. This is gonna be a high-scoring game.
So correct me if I'm wrong. The Oilers was in the Stanley Cup last year, correct? Or am I bugging?
No, the Florida Panthers won it last year. It's the same matchup, but the Florida Panthers won.
No, that's what I meant. So Oilers was there last year.
Yeah.
It was there. It was there. It was there. There's no way
Mhm.
Tommy David loses again, right? No way. Surely not. I don't
But
know. But go ahead.
the comments are going crazy. We appreciate every single one of you guys tuning in to today's episode. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, share, show to everyone that you know. We're gonna get into these comments right now. Starting off with, I gotta scroll back because it's been so. Jay said,
We got a lot.
NHL's been better than the NBA. Both games have gone to overtime. The refs have been letting them play. For sure. For sure. I mean, I would say I at least watched more of NHL in this series so far than I've watched Indiana versus OKC. And I saw a stat saying that the Indiana OKC game is, I think, the least watched NBA Finals game in like the last 20 something years. It was something like that. Some crazy number.
It's because, dude, we're in a transition period, man. It's two small markets. They tried their best to get the Knicks there. It didn't work out. They didn't have enough good. Like the big market teams don't have good teams. That's simple, man. Or let me not say they don't have good teams. They're just not the best teams in the league right now. So makes sense. But we're in a transition period for the NBA, man.
Nico said, of course, Ronaldo scored a tap in, but guess what? He scored the goal. He tied the game up 2-2. They got extra time, and they won because of that goal.
I have so much to say. I'm just holding it until we actually start speaking.
We'll get into it.
Guys, I want to give. Oh my gosh, bro! I want to give you guys the stage. There's so many comments. We gotta show love, man. So
yeah, I want to do the comments first before we get into the game because I have a lot of fun stuff I want to talk about. I'm so hyped. It's so nice when everything goes freaking the way of freaking my side. It's so nice. So nice. Like even my team winning, I get third international trophy in my lifetime in Portugal's history. It's just fantastic.
You witnessed the best of Portugal.
Yeah, in my lifetime.
You literally witnessed. You haven't anything else before that you didn't need to see. This is the best time to be alive, to be Portuguese, bro. Simple.
Yeah, it's like Figo. Did he get a? Did he bring home a Euro championship?
Look, you know what's crazy? Shout out to David's mom. If I said this, your mom probably would be tight. Like you said, you didn't do anything for Portugal, bro.
Yeah, it was W. Yeah, he's a legend. But did he win? Did he win a Euro championship? Did he win two Nations League? No. Oh god.
Wait, Nations League wasn't even around.
I know, it wasn't even around at that time. But listen, it's a Euro Cup right there. Jay said, "Old Nick Chubby just wants that Texas barbecue." Hey yo, pause. But I mean, that's a good excuse to go down to freaking Texas. Nico says David Portugal sucks. Yeah, buddy. I love the rage bait right now. It's so funny. So funny. I feel hindsight. It's true when they say the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. For real, yeah, that's a true statement. Very true statement. And it's also like he's like another thing. It's like you show me who you hang out with, and I'll show you your future type of thing. Same vibe. Yeah. Same vibe. Our environment plays a big factor. Nico said, David, do you think Portugal has a chance of a good run at the World Cup? I mean, and be honest with you, I would be lying to myself if I said they didn't. I think they have a really good shot. Not to say that will it happen? No, because we have really bad, poor runs when we go to the World Cup. You know, we don't really sustain that long. I think we go to quarterfinals and then we lose. Like we lost to freaking Morocco. Like we lose to teams like that. And it's very frustrating when you go later in the rounds. But overall, looking at it, I do think they have a good run. I think anyone who watched the game could say that they have a good chance for a good run. They have a good quality team. They have a great midfield. They have a great goalkeeper. Diogo Costa is a fantastic goalkeeper, and I'm surprised that he hasn't moved out of Porto because there's a lot of big teams that are going to be calling his name because he's been putting up great performances in the last couple of tournaments. But overall, they have a great team. They have a very great team, and now they have Nuno Mendes on the outside, Rafael Leão. It's just a very scary team. But the thing is, the one thing I from watching from experience is they lack like some type of character. This team, they lack some type of heart, and I think that's what separated from them from making it far. You know, I'll call out my team when they play bad. I think that's what makes them not go that far. I think there's a lot of conflict with them, a lot of egos riding in that locker room. But I think watching this game, Eric, like enough aside, enough of this, right? Watching that game, that's the most nationalism I've seen the Portuguese players play with in like any game that I've seen in a while. And it was just fun to see that because you had Bruno, like even after the game, I sent you a video. I don't know if you saw it, but it was of them celebrating Ronaldo after they won. Like it's the little things like that. You see Argentina celebrating, doing everything for Messi to try to get him the trophy. And we've been talking about that for Portugal do that with Ronaldo. And the thing is, at the end of the day, I saw that in that game. I saw when Nuno Mendes got pushed down to the ground. I saw Rafael Leão try to chokehold friggin' one of the Spanish guys. Like I saw that. Like it's a little bit of fight, and that's what you need for teams to compete. If you're competing against a team that's better than you, the one thing you got to do better than them is be out physical, more aggressive than them. And I think that's what Portugal did, and I'm really content with how they played in this game. So yes, I do think they can make a run.
So, Chad, I'm in the middle of trying to search up something just so I can talk about it. I saw it the other day, but I didn't save it. But, I mean, Nico, I know you asked David. I'll answer as well. I mean, I think it'd be silly for anyone to say that they didn't have a chance. They had a chance. They had a chance last World Cup. Like Portugal's a good nation, like through and through. They've been a good nation.
You're ranked top 10 every single time. You're gonna be a really good shot.
Exactly, and their squad has only gotten stronger realistically when you really look at it. So with this Nations League win, going into the World Cup, having the right to say that they're the best team in Europe, I would say so. Just based off of winning, I would say so. Yeah, man.
You talk about momentum.
Yeah, like
it's a great tournament to have momentum in.
And that's what's pushing them right now. Now, granted, I will say this much: do I think they have to be considered one of the favorites? Do I think they're gonna do it? No, and that's not. I'm not gonna be like annoying or like weird or nothing like that. No hate, nothing like that. I just personally believe that like if they're gonna do it, it'd be historic. You know what I mean? Because they're not expected to win, and as much as it hurts me to say, it'd be different. Like it's not the same as when Argentina won the last World Cup because of the fact that when we went into the World Cup, I think Argentina was the favorite, if not one of the top 3 favorites. I don't think Portugal was ever going to get that shot. Maybe third favorite, maybe third, but I don't think they're ever going to get that shot by the time the World Cup comes around. So realistically, it would be some type of little bit of an underdog in some situation. They would have to beat a team that is technically on paper better than them, which is we just saw them do. So it would take something very special for Portugal to win.
I'll tell you this, ready? If they play like they did against Spain, and I'm not talking about tacticality, but like how Nuno Mendes played, individuals played, and the heart that they played with, I think they have a good shot. This is the best I've seen them play, and that's coming from me, who's been watching them for a long, long time. Jay said he's back as his real name, Ron Killings. Now WWE can trademark his name and make money off of him. Talking about R-Truth?
Yeah.
Damn. Last name is Killings?
His name's Ron. Yeah, Ron Killings. This freaking sucks, Chad. I'm trying to find the teams that have qualified for the World Cup. That's what I'm trying to look up. I didn't want to say it, but
Eric, real quick.
Go ahead.
Eric, you want to see this comment? Nico said it's so funny. He said, it's okay. You can have that meme of a trophy. LMAO. It's a glorified friendly. Yeah, you guys are so petty. It's so fun. I'm laughing so hard because you guys just can't. Any Argentina fan or a fan of Messi just can't admit the fact that Ronaldo won this cup. It's just so funny to me. It's so funny to me. Portugal won the cup, actually.
No. I'm not on that side. I don't know. Don't group me with those people. I'm not on that side.
No, there's exceptions. There's exceptions to everything. But
that is. I can't. I keep hearing a bunch about this. I haven't seen it, but I keep hearing about people saying that like people are trying to like downplay the.
They're trying to downplay this cup. Yeah.
I haven't seen the comments of that yet. I haven't gone looking, to be fair, because like if I do see it, I'm just gonna be even more sad. But like, what's it called? That's just not true. That's just not true.
It's funny, and you know what's funny though? Like the funny thing about it is just. You can tell that it's all BS because here's the fact at the end of the day, ready? There was people saying that if Lamine Yamal won the Nations League, Eric, what was he going to be? Favorite for the Ballon d'Or, right?
Yep.
And now all of a sudden, since he lost, y'all want to bash Ronaldo in Portugal for winning this trophy, saying it's not that big of a deal. It's a glorified friendly. So what is it, fails, is it because your narrative did failed, or is it the fact that it's actually a good cup? Come on, let's be real.
Listen, Listen, man. Let's keep it pushing through these comments.
I'm locked and loaded, Eric. I'm locked and loaded, Eric. I'm locked and loaded. I freaking got off the dome, bro. I can freaking rap like Eminem freestyle right now, bro. I'm freaking hyped up. Okay, sorry, I gotta
I'm over
compose
here just
myself.
staring. I'm staring at these freaking flags, trying to figure out what these flags are, bro.
Oh yeah, there was a couple of new teams that qualified for the World Cup.
I know, like I just forgot 2 of them. It's just so annoying. Whatever. Let's just keep going.
He said, "Yes, Eric, balance and all that. Enough with the Seth Rollins BS." He said, "I've been Seth Rollins forever push for, and I'm not lying. 12 years straight, no breaks. Always Seth. Enough, Uncle."
No, like, but he's not wrong though. Like, Seth just didn't need this. Seth was gonna be in the picture regardless of the situation, but they just pushed him even more. Now he's getting a whole other push. Right, and like it's gimmick after gimmick. I saw a thing. The old wrestler is I think his name was Velveteen Dream or something like that, and he didn't make it that far in WWE. But like he literally came on. He goes, "This is the fans' fault. This is all your fault." He goes, Seth is the only person to change his character over 4 or 5 times, and still be relevant in WWE. And usually when you change your character, not from like heel to like good guy, whatever it is, when you change your entire persona, right? It usually means that the other one wasn't working, which is not a good thing. Mm-hmm. So it just goes to show it's not good for them. But yeah, really nice.
What are we up to? Damn, where are we up to? All right, Eric Betts in the bill. Let's go on, Eric Betts. Appreciate you popping out, my Eric, guy. Thank you.
Go.
He said, "Hey, fellas, let's not forget in 2003, it took a murder of a player by a teammate to take down the Baylor basketball, not to mention the coach instructing players to tell the cops the 2 sold drugs." What the hell is this information? All caught on recordings from the head coach's tape recorder. Damn, talking about stabbed in the back by your own head coach. That's crazy.
What the heck? That's absurd.
I love how Eric Betts just puts out random information at a random time, and I have no idea what it's referencing to, but I love it. It's valuable information. Now says, "Thanks for listening to my South the rant, but I need more people worldwide to speak up and say he sucks. He's literally just a song."
He said, "Whoa, that's all it is, man."
Nico said, "Seth Rollins is so trash. Oh my god." So I don't think he's good at all. He's still living. He's still living off of his snake angle when he turned on the Shield. He needs to be something else now.
Yo, David, full on just bought it out, bro.
Because I'm trying to see if he's meaning something else. I'm trying to see if he's trying to mean something else, but no, it's just mistyped.
Steph is a good wrestler, though. I won't have that. I won't have that slander. I won't hear the fact that he can't have 15 different gimmicks and still be going on the same thing. But Seth is a good wrestler, though. When he's in the ring, it's usually a must-watch match. He's good at what he does.
And Eric Betts says, "Seth Rollins is a poor man's Al Perez. Don't believe me? Look up a picture of Al Perez."
Let me see.
I'm looking it up. I'll show everyone in the chat, Eric. Hold up.
That is insane.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, that looks like it though.
What the heck, guys?
Oh my gosh.
Chat.
That literally looks like Seth Rollins.
What do we think, chat? Yeah, it does look like him a little
bit. Oh man. Seth freaking Rollins, man.
Damn. But Nye says, "Man City, Oscar Bob, since you brought him up, Eric. Listen, Oscar Bob played today for Norway."
He did?
Yes, he did. He came on as a sub.
Oscar Bob.
Nico said, "It's okay, Dave. You witnessed 3 trophies. I witnessed a World Cup. There's levels to this." He said, "All love, though, Brody. Listen." This is so funny, dude. I'm loving it.
You two have been spoiled, to be fair. You two have been spoiled.
In terms of our actual countries, yeah.
Yeah, you know what Panama's done, yeah?
Well, you made a World Cup for the first time in your career. That's an accomplishment in itself.
And we also made a Gold Cup final.
There you go. So you never seen that. You never seen that in your history. It was never that before your history.
Never seen that. Period.
There's baby steps. There's baby steps to a freaking mountaintop.
Oh my god! They need to call me up, bro. They need to call me up. I'll go chat. You know what I'm saying? All over the field.
No, I said, "Don't do that, Eric Betts. Al Perez was actually likable." He said, "Bro, Vitinha is insane. I'm calling for him as one of the captains." It's. I think captain's got to go based off of seniority. I don't think you give a captain ban to a youngster unless he's an absolute game changer. Vitinha is fantastic, but
is Vitinha even that young though? I thought he was like 26.
Vitinha's like 25 or something like that.
He's fairly young though.
That's still young enough. But
25, yeah, he's 25.
I don't know. You probably give it to Bruno Fernandes just because of the fact that he's been on that team longer. I think it's more captain ban means more seniority and how loyal you are to your country. I'm not saying he's not loyal, but how long you've been at that level. You know,
it would go to several players before it would go to Vitinha.
Yeah,
it would go Bruno. It would go Diaz. I'd go Diogo Costa.
Go Diogo Costa.
Maybe Nuno Mendes by that point if it's that much of a drag. But or maybe even Ruben Neves, like he still plays for the team somehow, even though he's in Saudi. Like, you know what I mean? It's levels to it.
It's crazy. I think the craziest thing is the fact that we have Saudi Arabia league players playing in top division football, which is insane, and they're still playing at high levels. But
just they did that on purpose. They knew what they was doing, bro.
Yeah, you think so, Eric? You think
Dude,
so?
I can't wait to bring that point up, bro. Because
you think they're going to Saudi Arabia on purpose? You think they're getting some drugs?
Dude, they're going to Saudi, getting paid like they've never been paid before, and they're not trying. They're dead just having fun. And when they come back to that way, when they come back to club and country, they come back to country, they actually go full out. You do not see the best. You do not see. Bro, Ronaldo is scoring goals at 40 years old, bro.
Not even that.
The
leading scorer of the Nations League with 8 goals.
He's actually the best poacher in country soccer right now, bro. Like let that deep
score goals, bro.
Bro, I've seen the stats several times. They said that Ronaldo scored more goals than Harry Kane in his career after 30.
Yeah.
No! Harry Kane was one of the best strikers of this generation. Well, let me not say this generation because, like, realistically, this generation's kind of like Luis Suarez,
Lewandowski. There's a lot of things.
I don't know. Well, Harry Kane technically does fall in there because Leva's still playing. Leva's like 36 or something like that, and Harry Kane's like 30, 31, I think. So he is, but like Harry Kane's still known as a really good striker. That's England's number one option, easy. And you mean to tell me that Ronaldo after 30, yo.
Crazy, dude. 10 years.
He won't stop. And the goal he scored, it was like, he can't keep getting away with this. Yo, bro. Oh,
let's go, baby. Guess what? I tied the game 2-2, and guess what? We went into extra time, and then we got the penalties. And you know the funny thing? We'll get into the game, but I was watching Ronaldo play, and I'm like, he's not really running as much. I know he doesn't run in general, which is kind of pisses me off in the first place. But the thing, I was like, he's not running. And then I heard after the game that he injured himself during warmups. And he said it just kept on getting worse and worse throughout the game. He's like, that's why I just had what?
Was it his hip?
His hip flexor, I think. Yeah. He said he injured it during warmups, but he didn't want to get out of the starting lineup. So he's like, it kept on getting worse throughout the game. So I just sat down in the 86th minute. I'm like, damn. There we go.
It was the right time to sacrifice. It was the final, man.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine. Oh, man. It's so frustrating.
I love it. He said, and Alvarez didn't need a song for a crowd to care. He said, I can drag Seth Rollins all day, man. I know you can. Nice. That's one of the topics that you can talk about. Eric Betson says, no, it's about a 75% chance Seth's mom was at shows Al Perez performed on and got to know him, though. So, well, look up.
Oh, my God.
Well, look up what Dream was accused of. No wonder he didn't make it far in the WWE. Jeez.
Really? Let me see.
Y'all are going to the history books of WWE.
That was the guy I mentioned before, Velveteen Dream.
Yeah. Nice says exactly. He changes and it still sucks. Seth Rollins is proof why when you put a funny hat on mid, it's still mid.
Bro, he said that he was accused of first-degree battery and trespassing on property after
what type of battery? AA, AAA?
Shut up, man. Yeah, that's tough, bro. That's tough.
Why is it called battery though? Like there's like some weird names to it. Like why is it called battery?
Because it can't be called something else. Everyone's gotta have something.
When you can't be called something else, you can't be called beating up somebody.
I actually don't even know, bro.
Crazy. Not Eric Bet says look up Patrick Dennehy for that Spaler stuff. Tim?
Tim.
Tim? Our friend
Tim.
Tim? Same last name? Tim, what
Hold
are you doing over there, buddy?
on.
Jeez.
What's going on, buddy?
He said he is not Seth in ring is just mid. He had one good match, Randy Orton at Mania. That was when Barack Obama was president. This guy sucks. I was like, damn, 10 years ago.
Not just hating now. Not just hating.
Yeah. He's like, I'm done dragging Seth for now. He said Saudi Arabia players. He said, do they kick a ball or they use curvy swords? Honestly, a little bit of both. And if you don't win, they probably use the swords behind the scenes.
They don't care. Bro, they're making millions, bro, per match.
Billions. Yeah. Billions. You look up the richest people in the world, they're not going to show you the Saudi Arabian princes and all that stuff. Those guys don't even make the list because they're above the list. They're billions, billions, billions of dollars. It's insane. They got the type of money where they can make a whole Rolls Royce gold. That's how you know how much money you freaking got. The whole exterior is gold.
I gotta play on my computer. Give me 1 second.
Go ahead. I'm gonna get into these comments. Jay said Eric Betts has a good documentary on the Patrick Dennehy case called "Disgraced" on Paramount Plus. Crazy stuff. Listen, I gotta check that out. That actually sounds pretty interesting.
Imagine you see Tim. Tim's in the cover. Like, whoa, what's going on here?
Jay said, Harry Kane. I know him because he was in some FIFA career mode. Yes, there you go, Jay. Expanding the palette right there. Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
I said, do they use cleats like that Iron Shrek boots with the curve on them? No. Shriek boots? No, they don't. They don't use those. It says, do they take a bus or they drive via flying carpet? I don't even know, dude.
That's violent. Nah, that is violent.
It's Aladdin.
This guy said Aladdin, bro. That's literally...
No, they freaking drive in golden plated coach cars, whatever, buses. Damn. I said that was after he was accused of inappropriate conversations with minors and filming talent taking a piss at an EC3 party. Who the hell is this? Harry Kane?
Velveteen Dream. Wow. Nah, he was a freak. Even his character was freaky, but I didn't think he was that freaky. That's nuts.
I said, Eric, don't look at me with that tone of voice. He said the curvy sword. This was good. It's like pirates. It's pirate stuff, though. It's not.
What did you just do?
Like this, like that.
Oh,
the sword.
Okay. I looked down there.
No, the sword.
Oh my gosh.
Don't get any ideas.
My eyes, bro. I literally was
my
like,
eyes.
No way.
My eyes.
Oh my god.
It says Shrek. It's Shrek. Shrek. I don't know how you say that. Sheik.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Listen, guys. I don't care. You already know I'm dyslexic. I don't gotta prove to you guys I can know how to read because I freaking can't. You guys think you can't clown me for knowing how to read? I already told you I can't read.
Hey man, let's jump into these NBA games.
Yes. Wait, no. NBA.
You want to do the one to take forever or the one?
Oh yeah, let's do the NBA one. Get it over with. You're right.
Let's
do it.
But hey guys,
thank you, Jay. Thank you for the thank you. He said the second way you said it. Okay, I don't remember which way was second, but I'll tell you what, I will never say that word ever again. How about that?
For everyone to know, the Thunder tied up the series in Oklahoma, man. It's tied 1-1 now against the Pacers. The score on Sunday was 123-107. Absolutely dominated. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did his thing, 34 points, 19 points from J-Dub, 15 points from Trey Holmgren. I can't even say his name. Holmgren. And then Caruso off the bench had 20, and Wiggins off the bench had 18. There it is. Story for the Pacers, you're looking at the highest scorer being Tyrese Halliburton with 17 points. Miles Turner at 16, Pascal at 15, had a slow night. Benedict Mathurin 14, so on and so forth, man. But David, I know you said you didn't get to catch the game, right?
I did. I saw a little bit of it, but the third and fourth quarter was on, but I wasn't really paying much attention to it. But I was looking at it.
Honestly, we all know there's a lot more series at the play. It's tied 1-1. Nothing to really. There's not a lot to talk about, but if there's anything that you had to take away from this game, what would it be, man?
This game in particular, really nothing. I think the first 2 games in general, Pacers, they did what they had to do. They did above and beyond what they had to do. I think if you go into this looking at it from an outside perspective, you would not expect the Pacers to win at least one game in OKC. Here's the thing now. The Pacers have home court advantage now. You know, like that's what we're really looking at. All the Pacers had to do was win one away game. And the fact is they stunned them in game 1 with that late comeback. So overall, I think the Pacers did their job. I think if you look at game 2, you'll be like, yeah, but they got blown out. Yeah, like, but also you got to look at the circumstances of that game. They already won one game. I'm not saying that they're relaxed, but if they're already getting blown out by halftime, wouldn't you say that maybe they take out their players? Like you look at the minutes that what's his name? Head coach. Damn it, what's his name? Oh, I had it on top of my head. What?
Dagno?
The head
Carlisle?
coach? Yeah, Rick Carlisle. Thank you. Yeah, if you look at Rick Carlisle and the minutes he put out for the starters, Pascal Siakam 30 minutes, Neesmith 26 minutes, Miles Turner 27, Nembhard 32, Tyrese Halliburton 34. You had Benedict Mathurin with 22 off the bench. TJ McConnell 18, Obi Toppin 19. Well, that doesn't tell you something. It tells you the fact that he didn't play his starters out the consistent minutes like he did with game 1. I do want to double check this to make sure I'm saying valuable information. Yeah, because you look at game 1 stats, most of the 4 out of the 5 starters are in 30 plus minutes. Tyrese Halliburton has he's 39 minutes. So it's a drastic change in minutes. So I think you really look at, I think they looked at it as like, hey, we're not going to really come back from this deficit. Let's not waste our players' energies and go back home where we're like a little depleted. Let's get a little more energy, let them rest, let the bench maybe get a comeback, and let's go into game 3 tied 1-1 because we already did what we had to do. I think it's a positive for the Pacers. I think when the Pacers are on, and I think they're going to be on at home because they have the home court advantage. We all know about the 5+ attributes you get to the bench and the starters when you're home. It's just the fact that it's going to be a lot closer, I feel like, than what we think. I'm not saying that the Thunder still can't win. I think it's going to be closer than what we think. But that's what I got.
Without a doubt, man. Honestly, I got to see most of this game. And to me, it was more or less just OKC showing their dominance. They have a tall task going into Indiana, having to at least just take one game. But I feel like, honestly, and this might be a little crazy to say from my perspective, but this is honestly how I feel about these two teams. I genuinely believe going home, Indiana has the bigger task of winning at least one game. And I know that's kind of crazy to say, but from what I saw in game 2, so whenever OKC have lost, the only other series that I haven't seen it or when there's teams that can kind of capitalize and kind of really match up OKC very well was the Denver Nuggets. Every other team that they've versed so far, the only reason that they've ever lost, they didn't lose to the Grizzlies. They lost. They went 7 with the Nuggets. And then every single time they lost once against Timberwolves. And the reason they did was because it was literally their fault. Like, they literally just – they did – it wasn't that the Timberwolves outplayed them. They just didn't play well. The shots wasn't hitting, everything like that. Game 1, the same situation. They had the lead the entire time, and they just blow it. It's on them. You go look at the game at game 1, no one really stood out for real. It was really across the board. And the Pacers just stuck to the game plan, and they stole one, and that was their job. Game 2, the OKC Thunder just never flipped off the switch. And that is what's going to happen every single time, in my opinion. Every single time. The Pacers team ball idea does not work in this series. It just doesn't. And the reason it doesn't because as long as the OKC Thunder play the way they're supposed to play, they don't have someone to go to bail them out of situations. They don't have that one. They don't have that KD-S player, that Steph Curry-S player, that LeBron-S player. And that's going to eventually end up costing them. Now, granted, I don't want to sit here and make it sound as if I'm bashing Tyrese and Pascal and Miles Turner and all these big players, these big names, because they're very good players in their own right. No doubt in my mind. I think the biggest thing right now is to look at Tyrese Halliburton and basically, even if they do lose this finals, I think it's an accomplishment in itself. I think there's no hate or any criticism towards him. If anything, it's more I won't say there's no criticism. I'll say it's constructive criticism. Now the next step for Tyrese, in my opinion, is being able to dictate a game that much to the point where if the team ball isn't working, they can just give you the ball and you can do what you need to do. Whether it's you creating the shot, the wide open shot, whether it's you taking your man to the hole, whether it's you, however you do it, pulling up for mid range, pulling up for three, however it gets done. I think that's the next step of his game, and that opens up their offense as a whole. But it's tough because this Thunder defense is smothering. They can't breathe, bro.
Yeah.
Pascal cannot breathe. He's literally getting. They're all up in their face the entire time. There's no room to do anything, no room to operate, and that is basically it. So I don't know, man. I feel like they go into Indiana if they have a chance of. If they don't win Game 3, I don't think they're winning Game 4. Simple. I feel like they have to win Game 3, set the tone right away. But if they come in the first home game and lose, I don't think they come out Game 4 and get a W. I think Thunder will just coast. That's
okay,
my opinion.
I just looked up an important stat to see if my argument to back it up. Here's the thing that I'm going to talk about. What's the big thing in basketball that we talk about? Momentum, right? Momentum is a huge thing, right? Yeah. Whether we want to acknowledge it or not, whether a team is better than the other one or not. Momentum is a big thing. And also home court advantage is a huge thing. You look at the OKC Thunder. You mentioned it even in the first game. OKC is booming. Like, that's a scary place to play in. Like, the fans go crazy in OKC, right? And the fact is, the Pacers stole one in Game 1. And you talked about closures, right? Had Tyrese Halliburton, and there's no closure. I understand that point. I'm not trying to argue that point. But also, look at the Thunder's point. You're looking at Game 1 where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had a pull-up jumper, which he typically hits with 15 seconds or 10 seconds left to put him up by 3. Instead, he misses it, and now all of a sudden Tyrese Halliburton goes at the end of the court and hits a midi and puts him up by 1 to win the game. So, you can have the clutch players all you want, but at the end of the day, it's like whether they can hit the shot or not. And Shai didn't hit that shot in Game 1. So I'm looking at that situation. I'm like, when it comes down to crunch time and we're not relying on fouls, can Shai really produce that and score off the rock and try to get a point for his team? Now, my other point I want to mention is talking about the records, right? OKC has one of the best records at home, right? But so do the Pacers. Like, you look at their regular season stats, they both have the number 1 or 1, 2 or top 5 in terms of home record, right? In this playoffs this year, the OKC Thunder are an 8-1 at home. Where'd that one loss come from? The Pacers, right? The only loss that they had all season in the playoffs at home is against the Pacers. Their away record is 4-3. They've lost 3 games. It's a very big drastic change. You're talking about a team that's almost 80%, damn near 80% at home and winning their games, to drastically dropping to just above 500. So it's a big jump, and I think the Pacers will take advantage of that. And also, not to mention, we talk about X factors in the series. The Pacers bench is what rejuvenized this team to get back in that game in Game 1. Obi Toppin hit 5 threes. He looked like freaking Steph Curry for some odd reason. But they do that. Like, they're a team that you have freaking Nesmith hit 6-7 threes in a row, and they come back and they beat a team. That's the type of team they are. So, to prove the point, they need a guy like that. I totally agree with you. You need someone to take over the game. But it's also been working with them with the fact that they have enough confidence in each individual player. It's like, hey, I'm Tyrese Halliburton. I don't need the final shot. I'll find Nesmith can take the final shot. Nembhard can take the final shot. Because we have a lot of trust in these players to get it done. So I think the Pacers have a lot to hang their hat on. But I do agree with you in the fact that Thunder are favorites going into Indiana because they are overall just a better team. But at the end of the day, better teams don't always win their series.
All right. I want to clarify something just in case I said it wrong. I didn't mean closer. I don't want to question someone's closer, because if anything, Tyrese Halliburton has actually proven that he's a closer for sure this playoffs. He closes games. He has a game winner in every single series. So he definitely, yeah.
That pissed me off, bro. That pissed me off when he did that.
Tyrese Halliburton is a closer. It's a fight. Oh, I don't want to fight. Oh, never mind. I'm talking about,
fight.
Are you ahead of me? I want to know if you're ahead of me or not.
No.
Either way, what I'm talking about is basically where they lose the game. The Indiana Pacers lose the game damn near from quarter 1 to quarter 3, they lose the entire game, and they build it all back up in quarter 4, right? Obviously, we cannot rely on that in order to win an NBA championship, right? My thing is this: when they're in a box for the entire game, I need you to be able to dictate the entire game, not just one moment. Because if everybody is in a box, that's what creates the biggest leads, and then you don't have to do all this climbing back. We already know that you're going to do something in the fourth quarter. There's nothing wrong with being down 5, being down 10 even. But when you're down 15, 20, and because there's no one that can produce in these quarters at this time, but then you come back, it just might be a little bit too little too late. And now you're relying on the other team. You're relying on yourself to go on a crazy run. You're relying on yourself to get stopped. And you're relying on the other team to make mistakes, right? Now, we're not just talking about any other team. We're talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder, the best offensive team in the league. So it's not feasible to this point. Now, and like I said, to reiterate, no disrespect towards any of these players, because clearly they're good enough to be here, right? But if we're talking strictly about the finals, this isn't going to work out unless someone else can step up and keep them within the game and break down this Oklahoma City defense throughout quarters 1 through 3. And the only person I'm really looking at is Tyrese, because Tyrese, believe it or not, I mean, granted, it's pretty obvious. Oh my God, Florida scored again.
Nice, Florida.
But Tyrese creates so much with that one. His crossover is so deadly sometimes. If you're watching him play, off the pick and roll, he can also create. But when Tyrese is driving to the basket, when Tyrese is creating his own shot, and he becomes dangerous, then people just drift off. And if you can give Pascal as much space as he can, let Pascal cook. Pascal will get a couple buckets before you as well. Tyrese is already created as it is. So they have it, but it seems like they just need another year to like kind of take another step in their game.
But I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that the Pacers are going to win this series. I'm just saying in the fact that I think, and I've been saying this since the start of the series, I think we shouldn't be dismissing this Pacers team so quickly, because a lot of people have been having the OKC Thunder winning in 5 or gentleman sweep or winning and even sweeping, So like, I think that's a little too far-fetched in my opinion, because I'm a firm believer is team basketball will beat individualized basketball. Because if you look at, I want to bring this point up. I'm going to forget that point. I saw a point today on First Take talking about Stephen A. Smith was talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it was like, no one's stopping Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, right? I believe it was First Take, somewhere on ESPN. No one's stopping Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and that's their biggest problem. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, no, it's not. Shai's still going to drop 30, whether he has a good game or not.
Yeah,
that's not the problem. The problem is stopping guys like Chet, stopping guys like Jay Will, stopping guys like Alex Caruso coming off the bench. That's the problem that the Pacers have to stop. They can't have Alex Caruso dropping 20 points off the bench. You can't have that. You can't have Aaron Wiggins dropping 18 points off the bench. Like, if you already know, Eric, the matchup, it's like, all right, listen, I'll let Shai drop 36. I'll let him drop 55 if he wants to. But as long as Chet drops under in single digits, Jay Will is under 15, we have a chance to win because we play team ball.
You know what it is? And I couldn't agree with you more in that aspect, because if you like watching the game 2, Shai was killing. Like, there's no answer. There's literally no answer. There's not one person on that team that can guard. At least for Shai. And that makes sense because he's the MVP. But it's also their defense. Like they can get stopped all they want, but if they can't score in the other end, that's what I'm trying. That's essentially my biggest thing. That's why I think it's going to be in 5. It's because of the fact that the Pacers need to be great in order to stop this historically great team. Because defensively, they're in a box. They're in a full-on box. And I mean, there's no other better time for when they're at home, because you're the most comfortable when you're at home. You're gonna go for certain things. That one, like you saw Nemhard tween step back, pull up on Shai in the first game 1. You might.
The fact that he did that at away is freaking crazy.
It's ballsy, but that's because they were feeling it. Like you said, momentum, biggest thing, one of the biggest things in sports. Now, imagine it's gonna be difficult for the Thunder, but I think personally, I think this next game. I mean, I feel like we say this all the time when it comes to the NBA. It's like, oh, this next game's the biggest game. Oh, this next game's the biggest game of the series.
Well,
Oh,
the biggest game
you know
is
what
the
I mean?
next one. That's true.
It really is. But for me, for the Thunder, this is like this next game is going to decide when they win the series. I do believe they're going to win the series regardless, but it's just going to decide when it happens. Because for me, if they win this game, it's happening in 5. I just don't see it because if the Pacers don't come out and set the tone at home, you cannot let the Thunder come in and set the tone.
Yeah, they
Because
got to set the tone.
The difference between the two teams is the Pacers can come out and beat the Thunder at home, and the Thunder will respond because they're already the better team. But if the Pacers don't come out and set the tone at home as it is, the Thunder are going to run rampant at them. They're going to come back in Indiana, and it's not going to matter what's going on in Indiana, how many people are screaming. Shay's going to get to his bag. Chet's going to get to his bag. J-Dub's going to get to his bag, and it's going to be done. And it's going to be locked down on the other side.
Fight. Gotta love playoff
one?
hockey. Oh, yeah. Gotta love hockey.
But yeah, man. And I also saw a report, last thing on my – oh, my gosh. They're literally – oh, hold on. Let's – oh, never mind. They're literally – I saw a report saying that the Pacers might dip into their luxury tax for the first time in their franchise history. They get to re-sign Miles Turner.
Damn. We'll see what happens. I don't know, dude, but it's definitely going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. And also, I saw something on Spurs Take, too, saying, is Tyrese Halliburton, like, somebody saying that he's no longer a superstar, like, he's going back to his old way. I'm like, y'all narratives are crazy. Like, anything for a headline, dude. That's really what it is. Anything for headlines. Like, it's like, come on.
It's so crazy how when your name gets in the bright lights, one of the first things that we're ready to do is bring the player down as much as possible.
And the thing, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. No,
and the thing is, I'll say this real quick. It's like he wasn't even in that light before. He has a great playoffs, gets in the light, and we're like, we should be praising him. The fact, like, hey, you're a great player. You're proving your ranks. And all of a sudden, you like had a bad game. It's like, this is why we should never praise him in the first place. Like, give me a freaking break.
It's the narrative around Tyrese Halliburton should be good no matter what. There could be constructive criticism, no doubt. But there never should be a point of like, oh, we can't call him super. No, he's earned that right in itself already as it is. He's gotten to the finals. Last year, simple as that, right? He was a big factor in why they got to the conference finals last year, and they lost. And it wasn't even supposed to be there. And he was a big factor in the reason why they got to the finals this year. And they're not even supposed to be here either. Both years, he's been underrated since then, right? And people have been calling him overrated, yada, all that other stuff. The point is, Tyrese Halliburton right now has proven to everyone in the league that he's a top guard. Whether you like it or not, whether you like his box score or not, whatever it is, whether he's inconsistent or not, Tyrese Halliburton has proven that point, and I think that is his story. Whether they win or lose the championship, it doesn't matter because they're not meant to be here. They're literally not meant to be here. So next year is a bigger move for him because then that is when we can have those conversations of like, okay, should we consider him a superstar? Should we not consider him a superstar? Why? Because he's already proven to be pushed into that area. But being the fact that he's just got it now, you shouldn't be so quick to take it away from him. Like he just got here.
Yeah, let him time. Let it marinate. Let it settle.
You gotta see how he responds. This is how sports work. And it's going to be one of the topics I'm going to talk about when it comes to the Portugal-Spain match because there's a certain player that I talk about that experienced something for the first time, and we have to see how he responds. So
the thing, it's like, in order to make a steak good, you got to marinate and let it sit for a day. If you really want a nice tender steak, you know?
Talk about it.
You can't just put it on the grill with some salt and pepper. That's some freaking crazy stuff.
I know the Argentinians know about that. Come on
now. What are we up to? Now it says, on the Thunder Pacers series, did y'all know Obi Toppin was still a thing? Nah, don't disrespect Obi like that. Balling out. So I thought him and Frank Ntilikina opened a T-Mobile mall kiosk.
Frank Ntilikina is overseas, though. He over here dunking. I saw a clip of him dunking on people.
I saw a video of Evan Fournier.
Fighting, right? Yeah. He was fighting overseas. Absurd, man.
He did a gesture towards the fans, the away fans, so it's funny.
Did he?
Yeah. Not did he? Yes, he did.
You know what's crazy? I actually heard that and I was like, damn, like I low-key
he ruined those two words forever.
Did he?
Did he? Not did he? Did he? Dang it. messing us up for real. Naj says
Titties, though.
it's true.
Ah.
It's a thought experiment. It says, say Indiana loses, would Indiana be a good spot for KD? Miles Turner, McConnell, Neesmith, and picks. No, don't do that. Don't mess up your core. Don't do that.
Don't trade. Don't no.
I mean, if you sign a player like that, fine, but you don't trade. Don't trade. Don't get rid of your pieces of why you got to the finals.
Their team should only be focusing on Tyrese Halliburton's. Like, no, not Tyrese Halliburton. Everyone just simply just getting better. That's it. You don't need anybody else, I don't think. I think their build is perfect.
Mhm.
I just think everyone needs to just lock in and become better basketball players. And the biggest one, again, this is what happens when you are the best player in the team, unfortunately. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way for Tyrese Halliburton, but he just has to elevate his game in a different way now. Now he has to keep what you have, which is really good about you, and also elevate your game even more to the point where now you can be that X factor fully, like throughout the whole 48 minutes.
Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton didn't really have a good regular season. He made the first All-Star team last year, but this year it wasn't really reciprocating the same amount of production that he had last year. But then all of a sudden playoffs come and he's like, you know what? Hold my beer. Friggin', we're gonna pop out. But they gotta keep their roster. Jay said Tyrese is like the high school kid who knows he's good and then gets praise from the coach, the newspaper, students, and teachers, then goes out and shites the bed his next game. He plays better as the underdog.
He does. He definitely does. But
that's something to do with the small market too.
I tell you right now, that underdog nonsense is going to leave next year, unless they finish unless they do the same thing that they did this year, which is they start off really bad and they ramp it up afterwards. But I think it's not going to be seen as that anymore. I think if they finish like a 6 seed and they verse the 3 seed, they're going to be seen as, depending on who they verse, they're going to be seen as one of the favorites. It's like we can't sleep with them.
You can't go to the NBA Finals and not be a favorite.
Exactly.
Nice, that's good because I saw a mock trade for KD to the Pistons for Tobias Harris, Jaden Ivey, and 4 firsts. So I want that, please.
That's kind of 4 first is so crazy though.
Not really. We got Mikal Bridges for 4 firsts.
I know, but that was also crazy.
Yeah.
4 firsts for a freaking. Oh, I just dropped my phone. Lord.
I mean, listen. I think for the Pistons, in terms of their success, Kevin Durant's 36.
He's 36.
I think so.
Dude, even Ronaldo's older than Kevin Durant. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's 36. I don't know. KD is like that. Don't get me wrong, but 4 firsts for a 36-year-old, y'all are not championship contenders. I'm sorry.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of trading for older superstars. Eric, I said the same thing about Damian Lillard when they traded for him for the Bucks. It's like, what are you gonna have? Like 1-2 good years, and then it's gonna decline after that. And we saw him tear his Achilles. It's like you can't trade for guys that are over 35 years old and trade them that much value to get them.
What you're talking about here is putting yourself in a win-now situation if you trade for Kevin Durant. And you're asking the likes of Cade Cunningham and Asar Thompson to turn into, and Jalen Duren. That starting lineup would be filthy.
It would be really good.
Oh my gosh. That
starting lineup would be really good.
So crazy. But you're asking these players to basically turn into championship caliber players, and they're all very young. Not saying they're not capable of doing it, but you're asking them to speed up their development process, because that's what happens when you bring in Kevin Durant, because you're losing all the value that you have for your future and building your future for Kevin Durant. So it's like, you don't want that to go to waste.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of trading for superstars, especially a lot of value. Jay said, you go get KD for a second rounder, a hairbrush, and some hair plugs at this point in his career. No, that's foul. KD's still putting up numbers too.
If I'm the Pistons, I try to at least keep 1 pick, maybe even 2. 2 picks might be too small though. I might try to throw just like 3 first-round picks. I think that's fine. I think it's generally a good trade.
You look at the Pistons' problem in their whole career, the whole last 10 years, is the fact that they couldn't develop people. They didn't have good enough draft picks that were developing into this great team. And at the end of the day, you finally have that. Don't get rid of your future draft picks because you already have a superstar in Cade that made him to a playoffs. You can develop this young team that's very, very young. I wouldn't do that. But Nice says, damn Jay, tell tell me how you really feel. He said 4 first is not crazy. When there'll be picks in the 20s, it's basically 4 seconds.
No, I still think that's crazy. I still
Okay,
think
I
that's crazy.
mean, I don't know.
4 first, and the thing is, it's better to have people that actually have in your roster than basically have one old man for like 2-3 years and not win anything with it. It's like a waste. Even if it's 4 second rounders, it's a waste.
Mhm.
Like you need those. You never know what you can get from it, man.
Jay said getting KD for 4 first round picks is something my son would be proud of. Dad, I got KD on the Knicks for 4 first rounders. He said my reaction would be good for you. Knife says, really, you're not a fan of trading for stars, but you love that cat trade, though. LOL. I never loved it. Eric can attest.
Yeah.
I was really against it, even in the beginning.
David said that was a dumb trade. I thought it was just that trade was the definition of just like it just didn't matter to me, and it proved so well in the NBA playoffs this year when both teams went out at the same round. Like it just showed that both teams just stayed the same, literally.
Well, they got a little bit better. You got to give them some props. They did take a step up.
The Knicks technically did, but the only reason they didn't win last year was because it was hurt. In my opinion, but then again, they lost to the Pacers, but the Timberwolves didn't get better. They got exactly what they were last year.
They got to figure out something because Anthony Edwards flopping in the playoffs is not good. It's not good.
He's got to get over this hump. That's all it is.
Yeah. But overall, Eric, I want to talk about the NFL, then we'll get into soccer. Because real quick, one little thing I want to talk about. Actually, 2. Packers released their superstar cornerback, Jair Alexander.
I saw that, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Thoughts?
Welcome.
Chat,
You're a Baltimore Raven. You're a Baltimore Raven, Jair Alexander. Welcome. Simple.
Is that what that's simple, right?
Simple as that. Honestly, if we get Jair Alexander, we're not getting sauce.
If you guys, yeah, exactly, that's true. So what do you want, Eric?
That's too greedy.
Yeah, you can't get both.
I do think I see sauces. I just see Gardner 1 in a purple jersey. I just see it. It's just too easy to see.
Honestly, if the Jets don't do anything, he might be leaving soon. So
I don't mind. I don't mind either or. But regardless, that's a crazy release though from the Packers.
I mean, they said they clear up cap space, but you get rid of a superstar like that. I think a lot of teams are going to be hungry for that name. Trying to think of teams that he can go to because you don't want to listen. As much as the teams like the Jets and the Giants will need secondary help, if you're Jair Alexander, you don't want to go to a team that's worse than the team you just got off of. You know,
but it's hard because he's one of the best. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but at the same time, they gotta be able to pay him. That's the real thing.
Unless he takes a pay cut, that's the only issue.
Does he do that? I don't know.
He could go. Honestly, Baltimore Ravens sounds really good. He could go to Baltimore. I'm trying to think of
good like that.
Teams. He can go to the Bengals too. They need a lot of secondary help.
No.
I'm just listing names. I'm just listing names.
No, I'm just listing names. Idea. See, now the Bengal GM just heard that, and now he's gonna go for it.
Imagine tomorrow you get Jair Alexander shines with the Bengals. Eric, are you blaming me?
I'd show up under your bed.
Oh no, that's scary.
It'd be that wicked.
But what else? What other teams? The Lions.
No.
TJ Reed, Jair Alexander.
Tell them to make a Super Bowl, and then we can talk.
Yeah. No, Lions. No, you don't get that many good players on one team. That's not fair. It's not fair. We got to spread the wealth. 49. Nah. I mean, 49ers would be interesting too, but
the Bills.
Buffalo. Ooh, Buffalo. That's a nice one. Kansas City. If you want to go to Kansas City, you go automatic finals. So it's like
no. We need to nerve Patrick Mahomes. We need to nerve him as much as possible.
It's definitely very interesting. And also one more point in NFL. Aaron Rodgers signed a deal with the Steelers. I believe it's a $10 million guaranteed type of deal for 1 year. Thoughts on this? Are the Steelers in a legit company now after hearing this signing? It's just a question. It's just a question.
Dude, I can't wait to versus Steelers. I can't wait to versus Steelers. The way Aaron Rodgers, we're gonna pop Aaron Rodgers so hard, he's gonna go into retirement. So simple, bro. But
you don't think it really changes anything? I mean, they're a team that they had Mason Rudolph as their starting quarterback. I think it's definitely an improvement for Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, Well, then again, I see all this. They're still going to win 8 games. So they're still going to win 8 9 games because Mike Tomlin is coaching. So let me not talk too much trash.
We'll see what happens. I'm trying to look up. I don't know if I'm wrong on this, but trying to see how many sacks they gave up. Yeah, I don't really think the Steelers' offensive line is really it's better than the Jets, I'll say that, but I don't think it's not by much. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how that holds up for Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. I'm not gonna say it's a big difference, but I will say it's better than having Mason Rudolph as your quarterback. At least you have a quarterback that's a veteran and you can have confidence in it somewhat. So see what happens. And he has DK Metcalf. He's got Najee Harris. Definitely a good roster to be built and a great coach. So
when is Najee Harris gonna take that step, guys?
The what?
When is Najee Harris going to actually take that step?
I don't know. I feel like he's been.
I don't think it's ever going to happen.
His rookie year was like his best year. Then all of a sudden, it's like 2 mid years.
It's just. That's exactly what it is, bro.
Or this one. What do you say? Now it says plus the Pistons used a first-round pick on freaking Killian Hayes. We drafted the Pirate, my dude. Y'all take them picks. We don't want them right. We don't use them right anyway. Yeah.
You also drafted Kate Cunningham.
That is true. That is true. So it's like
you also drafted a Star Thompson.
Just pick every other year then. Just pick every other year because it seems like every other year you do it good. But so like this year's draft, just trade that one away because you already know that one's gonna be a bad one.
Wait, Najee's in LA? Huh?
Eric, tell me we've been out of the loop without telling me we've been out of the loop for so
Wait!
Don't freaking wait, Najee's in LA.
Najee's in LA? Hold on. Najee's in LA, David. When did this happen?
Yeah, this is so bad, bro. We don't know. The football's been so out. I didn't even realize the freaking off season's been changed so
when
many.
When did this happen, bro?
I'm telling you, after all the sports in August, it's gonna get right into football mode because I got to see these rosters because
you have to go over the rosters.
So much stuff has changed, dude.
So that means
the Steelers are cooked.
The Steelers stink. For all that winning Brian Rodgers, for goodness sake, it doesn't even freaking matter. Why did DK go here? Who's that? The running back's Kenneth Gainwell. Oh wait.
No,
when did Cordarrelle Patterson get out the Steelers? Am I tripping? No. Am I actually tripping? Chat. What's going on? Was that? Did you know that, David? I might be bugging.
I don't remember. They got Jalen Warren as their starting running back. They got Aaron Rodgers quarterback, DK as their wide receiver number 1, Pat Freiermuth as their tight end. Damn.
This team is butt. Yeah, it's gonna be barbecue chicken for sure.
And I mean, their defense is really good though.
Man, where's Patrick Queen? Was it?
You got Cameron Hayward, you got TJ Watt, you got Patrick Queen, you got Alex Highsmith, you got Darius Slay. Friday came there.
He's cooked now. He used to be
Micah Fitzpatrick.
Should have never went over there, Patrick Queen. Simple as that. Now what? Now your team is brutal. Crazy.
Damn, Najee went to this freaking LA is crazy. Oh my gosh.
That's actually so absurd to me. I don't even know how that happened.
I'm telling you, we gotta go over these. I think honestly, sometime in August, we gotta the episode will just be us listing everyone in the depth charts just to see where everyone is.
You know what's nuts? I feel like this is what's happening right now. I saw a post a long time ago for NBA, and they was like, what if the sports basically just didn't show us when the trades happened, and we found out everything on the day of the first season?
Yeah, so it's like our normal life. It's like not right now.
Literally though, that's what's happening. I'm just found out now Najee Harris is a freaking LA Charger. What?
That's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy stuff, but. Now it says, hey, Jair, One Pride, Lions. He said, Jair and DJ Reed, thanks again for that. It's something I can work with. That's fantastic. What do you mean work with? That's a number 1 duo in the NFL right there.
So greedy, man.
Jay said Aaron Rodgers needs to beat one team to beat every NFL team. Does he get the W on 10/26 at 8:20 p.m.? What game is that?
don't even know.
10:26.
What they got? They have
The Packers. Dun dun
Wow.
dun.
Yeah, no, they're gonna lose.
Yeah, probably.
They're gonna lose. Chat. They're definitely gonna lose.
You know what's crazy? They already have odds out for week 8. Like these sports books, they have odds. Who's gonna win?
They haven't even seen the game. They haven't even seen the teams work together yet.
It's crazy.
That's how you know they got the script. They have the script. There it is.
Eric, honestly, let's look through it, bro. Week 1.
No script.
Our teams. The Jets versus the Steelers. Week 1. Of course, we versus Aaron Rodgers.
Wait, are the Steelers the favorite?
Yeah, Steelers are the favorite.
Oh no!
Giants versus the Commanders. Commanders are the favorite. Ravens versus the Bills. The Bills are the favorite.
Okay, bro. All right. Wait, week 1?
Week 1.
Oh, why, bro?
Sunday Night Football too. Eric, the Ravens versus the Browns. Ravens are favorites. Jets versus the Bills. The Bills are favorites. Giants versus Cowboys. The Cowboys are favorites. Jesus.
Yeah, well, David, scrap it, buddy. Enjoy. You know what, David? Soak in all these other sports as long as you can, buddy. It might be wrong.
Eric, week 3. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my misery. I gotta enjoy this as much as I can, dude, because football season is right around the corner. Yeah, listen, they have the Chiefs versus the Giants week 3. They have the Chiefs as minus 275 odds. 275. They only have the Giants odds up. They don't even have their up. They're just like, nah. You don't have an option to pick them. No option.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
That's funny. But Nice says, and you can pick off Jordan Love twice a year. It's perfect. Said, but seriously, Jair Alexander to the Commanders is the route. Oh, that's also a good shout out right there. It's a great shout out.
Let's not do that though. Let's say we did, but let's not do that. And get him in the purple jersey ASAP.
I'm with Eric on that one. As much as that sounds good, let's not really initiate with that type of stuff. But he said the Steelers got Aaron Rodgers to go 10-7 and get bounced by the Chargers a wild card weekend. Tragic. The funny thing is the Steelers will probably end up with a winning record too because they somehow just can't lose. He said he's in LA. He said Cowboys favorite over Lions. Really? Who's making this? No way. No way. I don't believe there's odds in one bit. That's crazy. But that's all I got for that. What?
Oh, Oilers scored.
Did they?
Yep, 2-1. Game on.
Let's go, baby.
Game on.
Let's go.
Edmonton's going crazy. Game freaking on, man.
Go.
Perry.
Who?
Perry.
Perry the Platypus?
No.
Perry?
Is his name Matthew Perry? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Matthew Perry was a Friends actor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My brain is so fried. Am
I thinking of Matthew Perry? I'm like, probably.
I'm like, why am I thinking Matthew Perry? Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so it's 2-1 right now, and they scored early too, in like 2 minutes into the game, into the second period. So
show me something. Let's see it.
All right, it's gonna be a good game. But overall, real quick, the last thing I want to talk about for today's episode and the big time consumer. But before we do that, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, hit that like button down below. Support us. Subscribe if you're new. Share the show. That will let you know. We appreciate y'all for listening to us right now. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of this freaking episode. The one that's in the description. Eric's trying to get out of frame real quick. I don't know where he's going, but I'll talk about this.
What?
I'll talk about this by myself for freaking an hour. The podcast will end at 3:00 in the morning. But what?
Nothing. I had a cough.
That wasn't a cough. It was more like a nervous laugh. It's not like a Kawhi Leonard laugh. Overall, let's get into it, guys. Portugal. Yeah, that one was funny. Portugal wins their third title in their history. They are now currently 3-4 in finals matchups in their whole lifetime, in their whole national football career of Portugal national team. And not only that, they won their second Nations League, and they just won the Nations League Cup yesterday and I am soaking it in as much as I can, as you can tell by the jersey, and I'm loving it. Listen, this is great. I don't even know what to put the words into. I'm really happy for my Portuguese team. And I mentioned this earlier on in the episode, but this is the best I've seen them play, not in terms of a tacticality standpoint, but in terms of a mentality and physicality standpoint. I'm very proud with the way that they played. So they really show that they can compete with anybody. But regardless, before I talk about everything, I want to hear Eric's thoughts on this game, because I know mine's going to be taking up a longer time. So I want to get Eric's thoughts into this game.
No. You hear all your thoughts of this game, bro. It's fine. It's
What?
fine.
What thoughts?
You don't have to hear nothing about my
Why not?
thoughts.
Why not? It's okay.
All the Panthers scored. Womp,
Really?
womp, womp, womp.
Damn, already? Eric, you're ahead of me right now.
Yeah, let's go.
Amazing.
You get dubs coming out. I'm trying to see the Nations League, but B.
They don't play a game.
No, but I'm trying to see who got moved up. Promotion, relegation, qualification. Yeah, these guys stink. Look at this. Look at this. Wow, it's because I was thinking about. I was looking at it in Portugal are they have the most Nations League now. They have 2.
History, yeah.
Spain has 1 and France has 1. And I just said Eric just seemed mad that Portugal beat Ghana. I don't care. No,
They didn't beat Ghana. They just beat his favorite player right now, Lamine Yamal.
No, that's not my favorite player right now.
No, your favorite player is Rafinha. I know, but you're a Barcelona fan, so you're supporting Lamine Yamal.
I was supporting the entirety of Spain because, first of all, I don't understand some of the choices. I don't understand how half my Barcelona team now on the pitch. No bias, right? Secondly, I don't understand how Alex Balde is not called up for any of these games. It doesn't make any sense to me. Thirdly, Alex Balde,
yeah, I know.
The second best left back in the world, but we're not going to talk about that right now. I'm just so sick and tired of Ronaldo scoring, bro.
Yeah,
this guy.
Greatness. You're witnessing greatness. Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Won't leave, bro. He actually won't leave. He just actually will not leave. And it's so irritating. Dude, the goal that he scored as well, blood. I was literally raving to my parents about this, guys. Guys, he can barely move. The dude can barely move. It's even.
Don't drag it. Stop saying you can barely move.
No.
Stop it.
No, listen to what I'm about to say. No. Listen to what I'm about to say. Listen to what I'm about to say. Ronaldo hasn't. Let me rephrase it then, since I have to be specific. Ronaldo as a professional soccer player can barely move. Right? Starting for one of the best nations in the world right now. Can barely move. And the crazy part is, he knows that. He knows that. And guys, you would think, being the fact, a player, he doesn't have the flair that he normally did have, and his play style usually consists of a lot of tricks and scissors and chops and all these other things and great goals and great solo runs and all these things. And he can't do that stuff anymore at the level that he once was able to do it. So you would think that he would just be done. No, this man has taken this entire game and just flipped it into a different aspect now to preserve himself as a player. Do you understand how sick, and the reason I'm so passionate about it is because it's frustrating because I'm not afraid to say it. Like, I'm a Messi fan, I'm a Messi guy.
Oh, we know that.
Not overall, but in the sense of when it comes to that debate, I'm a Messi guy. I'll forever be a Messi guy. The thing is, it's brother, what the hell are we even witnessing right now? This guy has turned from a person that can create his own goals to just, I'm just going to be in the right position at every single moment. He's just the ultimate poacher now. And it's given him so many more years on his career. Mind you, this didn't really start till he hit Saudi. Because he was at Manchester United. He was still creating goals for himself. He couldn't really move that much. He was still scoring bangers. It didn't really change for real until he hit Saudi. This brother, in the last 2 games that they played, the first one against Germany where he scored, tapping, right? Now granted, I'm not on the side of the people that are like, oh, he's just scoring tap-ins. He's 40. What do you expect him to score? Bangers? That's the point. He's still effective at this age, which is ridiculous. The next goal against Spain, it's just so frustrating because it's bro, it takes a deflection and it flies into the air. And most people might call that luck, realistically. Somehow I just find it crazy how somehow in some lucky way this man is in the perfect position again to score another goal. It's insane to me. It's insane
because he's put himself in those positions.
And that is what I want to highlight. In other words, I'm basically kind of giving him praise, and at the same moment, it's very frustrating to watch. It's amazing to watch history, but it's like this brother. And mind you, I'm gonna admit it, right? If you watch the podcast before they even played the first game against Germany, I literally was telling David, I was telling the whole podcast, I'm like, yo, Ronaldo needs to stop starting. He needs to stop starting. And granted, bro, it's just so annoying. Bro, I'm gonna say it's gonna sound like hate. It's gonna sound like
it is gonna be hate.
No, it's not. I promise you, it's not. It's coming from a point of like, I genuinely believe this. I genuinely it's not hate or anything like that. Wow, Panthers scored again. Sick.
Damn.
They're killing them. Brother, they need to stick a man with every single time that Portugal is coming down the flanks. Someone needs to just be assigned to Ronaldo. Don't let him get open. If you don't do that, he literally, again, I'm going to say it again, he becomes ineffective. As long as someone is just there to where let him do all the passes and everything like that. I don't know if Ronaldo's really going to be bagging assists like that anymore, to be honest with you. I'm not going to say he's not, because I said he wasn't going to be able to score, and he did. So I don't really know what's going to happen.
Watch, next World Cup, he's going to be the leading assister the whole tournament. Watch. That's pretty wrong.
I think I ripped my eyes out, right? But the thing is, they simply you need to put someone on him because of the fact it essentially you put someone on him, he becomes ineffective. Why?
You mean play defense?
Essentially, yes. That's what I'm basically saying. But it's lacks the I'm missing the word of concentration. That's what I'm looking for. Within the game, right? A player that is somewhat ineffective almost when it comes to like the build-up play and everything like that, he's not really in it as much. So you tend to forget about where he is. And he feeds off of that. That's what a poacher is. So when the moment comes and you don't think he's there, but he is there because you forgot about him the entire game. And then he affects the game so much. So all I want to say, right? That's my first point. Ronaldo, kudos to you. Congratulations. It's humongous I believe this is historic. Absolutely historic. What he's done for this country, I don't know if we'll ever see to that degree ever again, because almost every other country where you see great players from, the country's already established. Right? Mm-hmm. Not to say that Portugal doesn't have legends in itself. Like we said, Eusebio, Figo, Deco, like there's players that have come out of Portugal that were ballers, but not one of them could ever become or take the tall task of putting Portugal on the map in the sense of winning something. Ronaldo has not only done that, but he's done it 3 times. Done it 3 times, chat. It's not even, and yes, you could say, oh, the Euro final, he got hurt. Oh, bun that man. Like, he was a part of the team. He's a big player of the team. Both Nations League, big players of the team. Even if he didn't score, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered because his name is still on that team sheet, and he still has some type of effect to it. And you won't ever see, like, what country can you think of that has a chance of winning anything that has one player that's changed it all? You're not going to see that. You're not. The closest thing that I can think of right now is it's only because they're in a slump, is Brazil. That's it. But there's not one player in the team that's on Ronaldo's.
They have a legend. They have a legend in the past, so it's like not similar. But I know what you're trying to say.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's not similar, and that's the closest thing you can do. Argentina are successful right now, and they have legends in the past. Sorry. Spain, successful right now, and they have legends in the past.
Germany,
successful in the past. They're struggling right now, but successful in the past. Italy's another one that's struggling right now, but they've been successful in the past. There's not a big country other than maybe like Belgium. You can think of a Belgium, but their golden generation is gone. It's finished. They had their chance, and no one could do it. Not to this standard, man. Kudos to Ronaldo. I have to give him his flowers. He's in my nightmares. I woke up in a big sweat this morning
Did you?
And I was saying, "See," I was
Yeah, buddy. I should bring the mask down. I have of Ronaldo's face. I should use that. It's gonna come in handy right now.
It's really scary. And I'm so sorry, dude. I don't mean to take a lot of time away from you, but you let me go first, and I gotta get all these points out.
That's why I let you go first.
Yeah. The other takeaways from Portugal. This brother, I've heard his name, I've seen his name too many times. Frustrating as no other. I have to give him his props too. Bruno Mendes.
Eric, what is he? What is he?
Oh my gosh!
You guys say
Bruno Mendes is one of the best players in the world. He is.
Wow.
Bruno Mendes is currently the best fullback, not even left back, the best fullback in the world. And it's not up for debate. This brother does it on both ends of the field. He scored the first goal to tie the game back to Portugal, and he also quite literally clamped what people would say is the best player in the world, the best attacker in the world, the best winger in the world in Lamine Yamal. Yes, he's 17, and yes, the memes are hard. I actually love the fact that they're clowning Lamine Yamal because Lamine does talk a lot, and I don't mind the talking from Lamine, but understand what comes with what you do, right? So this is gonna come with it, regardless. Even if you don't talk, it's gonna come with it realistically, but it's gonna be even more heightened. So it's fine as long as you could take it. As long as you can dish, don't dish it if you can't take it, right? Now, granted, there's a lot that he needs to learn, and I think a lot of people forget that he's literally just a kid at the end of the day. And like you're gonna see mannerisms, like when he walked up the field and he didn't clap for them.
Yeah, that was kind of messed up.
And it's childish, right? But he's a child. You know what I mean?
But you're viewed as the best player, and you got to have your PR members talk about it with you.
To be so fair with you, there's never been one single player that's been in the light that he's been. Ever. Not at this age. Not at this age. Never. Oh, the closest thing is Mbappe. The closest thing. And even then, Mbappe wasn't on the scene on the best team in the freaking world, or one of the best teams in the world at 15, 16, 17 years old. Mbappe hit the scene at 18. So everything is going to be. We've never seen this mold before. This one story. So there's a lot to learn. A lot of disagrees, but I'm not really like going at Lamine too much. More so, Nuno Mendes played an amazing game, showed so much class. Vitinha, I think even though like Vitinha and Pedri, I think they both played really well on both sides of the ball. You have to say, because he won this tournament, that Vitinha is currently the best center mid in the world as well. And it sucks. It sucks.
No, it doesn't.
That one, honestly, take Lamine Yamal. That's fine. That one hurts the most. That one hurts the freaking most. Because I will die. I'll take Pedri every single day of the week. Don't get me wrong. But Pedri, in my head, is the best midfielder in the world. But Vitinha played amazing. I have to give him props. He's so good. Bruno Fernandes showing that he's also one of the best midfielders in the world and should be recognized as such, even though he does play for United. That's basically all. And Rafael Leao, thank you for finally showing up for Portugal. Appreciate you, because I feel like every single time I watch Portugal, that brother just doesn't do anything. And maybe that's just me. David, you could probably attest that even more.
He just doesn't show in the stat sheet. He does do things, but doesn't show up in the stat sheet. I'll give him that. But I tell you what, he smiles no matter what. Freaking guy's always happy. I gotta give him props.
You know, he did it he did it Pedro Porro and Yenmi Pino at the time, and he literally was laughing. I was like,
he beat 3 defenders, and he was smiling as he got the ball down. Oh yeah, he's doing. It's so funny.
It's so really trolling, but
it's just a game for him.
To shift it to the other side, where I want to talk about Spain. And I have to say this right now, so it doesn't come off as hate. Portugal earned that W. Portugal earned the UEFA Nations League. Portugal earned everything in that game. They outplayed Spain. Okay? I want to make that very clear before I say what I say. I do believe, though, that Spain, if they didn't play to the best of their abilities, even if Lamine Yamal does get clamped, there's more. Spain overall, I do believe, still, in my opinion, are the better team. They just got outplayed on this day. It is very close between the two teams. I personally believe Spain is better from top to bottom, still, right? And the reason I say that is because Nuno Mendes got the better of Lamine Yamal today. Nuno Mendes is actually the first defender to get the better of Lamine Yamal, period. I don't think any defender has done it. I think Bastoni is the one that's come the closest, and even then, Lamine Yamal is still running rings around him. Lamine could not run rings around Nuno Mendes today, or that day, right? Nico Williams did not perform well.
The first half he did. But that's because João Neves had the freaking right back. I don't understand that change, but whatever.
What's it called? Not Odia. Is Odia Zabal? The striker, right? Odia Zabal. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did end up scoring, but at the end of the day, what I'm really looking at mostly, the Spanish defense, brother, it's supposed to be a lot more sound. Now, granted, there are some choices that I would fight, but either way, I'm not going to argue it. That goal, the goal that Ronaldo scored, nothing to discredit him from. As defenders, that cannot happen. How a ball gets played into the box and someone's left their marker and allowed Ronaldo to get open. And mind you, Ronaldo goes behind Cucurella. It's not even Didi Hussein who's on that side. He was behind Cucurella and scores. It just simply, and he's on what? He's like further than the penalty spot. He's that close, right?
He's by the 6-yard box.
He's literally by the 6-yard box. There's no way a man is found freely in the 6-yard box ever. That's super, super poor from the Spanish defense. Also, for Nuno Mendes, now granted, Nuno Mendes is also the best left back in the world, so give it to him, right? But for Nuno Mendes to just run through the entire midfield and run all the way to the fence and get a free shot in the box, brother, what are we doing?
Creating your opportunities.
But like it's oh my gosh, bro. That was the best game I've seen Nuno Mendes play all year, bro. Like,
well, to be fair, you don't watch a lot of McDonald's League games, too.
But we was tuned in for the Champions League. In the Champions League, he was doing more clamping. That's obviously because of the fact that I do believe that PSG's attack is a lot better than Portugal's attack.
They don't need him to go up and make those crazy attack runs.
Exactly. But he just showed another level to himself. And granted, it's like a 50-50 for me. Nuno Mendes, give me the credit. Don't take any credit away from me. And on the other side of it, Spain do need to do better, and Spain can do better, right? So for me, and this is also why I looked up the rankings because I wanted to have this in front of me when I did and of course they're gone now. Oh, here they are. So right now, mind you, this was last updated April 3rd, and the next update comes in July 9th. Okay, so we have to wait a whole month before the next update comes. And I'm sure Portugal will jump up. But I'm just going to read the top 10, right, from 10 and up. Germany, Italy, don't know how Italy are there still. That makes no sense to me. Belgium, Portugal, Netherlands, Brazil, England, France, Spain, Argentina. With this nation.
Wait, where is that from?
This is from April 3rd.
From 10 to 1, though, right?
Yes, 10 to 1.
Okay, I get confused. Okay.
I feel as if from this ranking, I think Portugal should jump up all the way to either 4 or 3.
Well, they're better than Germany. They're better than Belgium. They're better than Italy.
Well, they're higher than them. They're higher.
Well, what was the other one you said before?
It's just Netherlands, Brazil, England, France.
They're better than Netherlands.
They're better than all the teams. Like Netherlands, Brazil, and England. They're all better than.
Mm-hmm.
France, I believe they're better than, and I believe they are. But I
you
will say
based off the rankings. Who won?
That's what it is realistically, and that's why I might give them the edge over France. I don't think Portugal is the second best nation in the world. I know they won, but I don't believe. I don't believe that this One Nations League is going to shoot them all the way up to 2, right? And I still do believe that Spain is a better team than them. I know Spain just lost. I know. But the World Cup is going to be very telling. And I think that's the type of match that you watch and you see them go against each other again. You're not sitting here telling me that you're comfortable in the fact that Portugal's going to win. You could say that it's more of an even matchup because I think Spain was the favorite in this final and lost. So now it's like you can't say Spain is that big of a favorite anymore. But I don't think you can say Portugal is now the favorite.
You know what
And
it tells
for that
me?
reason,
You know what it tells
and
me?
what?
That Portugal can compete with the best of the best. That's what it tells me.
100%.
And that tells me that you have a chance of winning the finals.
That and 100%, and that's why I think they actually, how like it was just for a minute it was like Argentina and Spain, and then everyone else kind of for like after Argentina won Copa, Spain won
Euro.
Euros. It was like that, and then it was everyone else. This one, it's like I think it's Argentina, Spain, and Portugal is like right there, and then kind of everyone else right now. Because that's a huge win, bro. That's a huge win, man. I really, guys, I can comfortably say that I really did not think Portugal was going to be Spain. I can comfortably say it. And the last thing I'll say is for Lamine Yamal, this is the first final that he's ever lost, and I think it's really good for him, honestly, because now we'll really see what type of player Lamine Yamal is. Because all he's done is won in his career. This is the first time he's ever lost, right? And it's bad. Like the internet is on him. The guy that planted him honestly should be up for Ballon d'Or. That's another conversation for another day. I feel like we might not have enough time to talk about that, right? And that was the game that he was like, let it decide the Ballon d'Or. Like he was talking a lot of crap.
Yeah, it was funny. I'll get into that one.
He got humbled bad. So now his next step is like to see where he goes from here as a player. How does he respond? Can he still play at the same level that he's been doing? Like, because you get to find more. You get to find more about like by your bounce backs. I would say so. But that's all I have to say in the game. Congratulations to Portugal. Congratulations on your third title. Congratulations to Ronaldo, Nuno Mendes, the whole nine. Honestly, I think the two Ballon d'Or candidates is two PSG players, and then Rafinha. Because I still believe Rafinha should be above Lamine Yamal. I don't care what anyone else says.
I think you're right with that one too. But real quick,
I think it is them boos, and I also think we have Nuno Mendes has a really good shot.
I would be honest with you though. I think that's the right way of handling it. But I'm gonna guarantee you right now, that's not gonna happen. Just because we know how these award shows goes.
What's not gonna happen?
You said two PSG players and then Rafinha. I agree with that. I think that's what the standing should be like. But I guarantee you, come award ceremony time, they're probably gonna be Rafinha or Lamine Yamal are gonna win the Ballon d'Or. And there's nothing I'm gonna say about it except for laugh about it. There's nothing. I'll guarantee. Mark my words right now. We come back in October. I know you're happy about it, but you shouldn't be because it's kind of going back into the thing where it's discrediting what the award means to the sport. We saw that with Messi, and it's kept on ever since that. It's kept on going downhill. So I'm going to keep on laughing at this award and saying how it just doesn't mean anything to me no more because of how bad they go vote.
Can I just say this really quick?
Yeah.
I don't want Lamine to win because it's going to be the Messi PR. And I'm going to have to hear that. And I don't want his career to start that way. Messi's career didn't start that way. It kind of ended that way, right? Even though it's not over yet. Lamine cannot start his career with all this popularity push. Like that I don't want that narrative to be around him, right? However, I'll take a popularity Rafinha Ballon d'Or. I don't give a rat. Because you know what? No one's ever consider Rafinha as one of the best players of all time. I give Rafinha the Ballon d'Or, man. Yeah, bro.
But you know, guess what? But I'm gonna be real honest with you. I need you to be genuine with me.
Yes.
I had a conversation ever since Messi won that thing stole from Lewandowski. Even the Haaland one, I was mad about that. I love how you laugh about it, but it's really concerning, dude. It really is. People laugh about it because it's just Lionel Messi. But if it was any other soccer player who did that, we would be complaining about it, and no one would laugh about it. That's just a fact. So at the end of the day, it is. Everyone says. Everyone says they make jokes about saying, "Oh, Messi just guarantees trophies now. It just doesn't matter. He won a World Cup. It doesn't matter anymore." Like I've been seeing these things all the time. It's just so frustrating. But my point is,
everyone raved over Rodri winning it.
Yeah, but the thing is, at the end of the day, this award, at the end of the day, if I see Lamine Yamal or Rafinha win the Ballon d'Or come October, I want to let you know that I don't give a rat's what that award is anymore. I do not care. That has lost all the value. Messi winning it, kind of went down towards the end of his career. That value for me kind of went down, but that would put the cherry on top. And I don't think I would ever talk about that award ceremony ever on this, at least for me individually, talking about the podcast and giving it hype as it used to be, because it's just not.
I think. See, you say that now, but then if they fix it the year after, you would talk about it.
No, I'm
Yes,
still
you
mad about.
would.
I'm still mad about the freaking Lewandowski one. I still don't think it's that big of a deal. This award.
Listen,
I don't think
the one that is the biggest robbery. The one that is the biggest robbery is the Lewandowski one. That's the biggest one. Every other one there's an argument in there. The Lewandowski one. That there's an argument in there. We're not going to go into it. We're not going to go into it because that's going to take so much of us. But the Lewandowski one, I don't believe there's an argument in that one. That one should have been Lewandowski clear as day, like nothing to show for it. But at the end of the day, I don't think the ranking is going to be correct. I think the winner is. I don't think they give the Ballon d'Or to Lamine Yamal. I really don't. And if they do, you have every right. I might be right there with you with like the award doesn't mean nothing because like that is really bad. That's no disrespect, but like Dembele had the perfect season. No, scratch that. Nuno Mendes had the perfect season. Dembele had probably the overall had the best season. If you really wanted to talk about it, Nuno in the top 5, it should be at least 2 PSG players, if not 3. If not, if not 3 for sure, but at least 2. Nuno Mendes and Dembele should be in the top 5, but I don't think Nuno Mendes is probably going to make the top 5. To be honest with you, he's a defender.
No, they're not.
But Dembouz, I'll be happy with a Dembouz Ballon d'Or. I'll be happy with a Nuno Mendes Ballon d'Or. Anything other than that, realistically, is somewhat of a robbery.
I want everyone to know that. So I say it now. So come October, when we highlight who won, I'm not going to show any type of freaking thing towards it.
Happen. They're not going to. Lamine is not going to win the Ballon d'Or, bro.
You just sent me a clip today, a reel. Who was number 1 in the rankings?
Yeah, but that was Soccer 90. That wasn't even like a real report. I just saw it and I was like, yo, these guys are weirdos.
Same.
They had Lamine 1, then Blues 2, Pedri 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had Salah 4 and Mbappe 5.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Rafinha 6, man? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! They're disrespecting my freaking Brazilian king, bro. What's going
on? Enough of this stuff because this is Portugal's day, and I want everyone to understand that. So Portugal won, ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell by my lovely jersey that I'm wearing, and the number 7 that's on that jersey is freaking Cristiano Ronaldo. Eric touched base on most of the points that I wanted to address, but I'll do it again because why not? I want to do it. Overall, let's get into the first point, the actual game. I thought Portugal played very well. They showed that they can compete with anybody. That's what it showed me in this game. And I talked about it before. They didn't only play good tactically, but mentally and physically, they also played very well. And they showed a level of togetherness for Cristiano Ronaldo that I haven't seen for this Portuguese team in a while. So I'm very glad that we saw that because that gives me confidence going like, we actually have a team that plays well together and wants to actually likes each other. Like going into the World Cup. It's exactly what you need. Team chemistry to be up at an all-time high. Overall, the game. Spain was up 1-0. Spain choked 2 leads. I don't know if there's no other way to do it. They choked 2 leads. You go into halftime, you're up 2-1 with a late goal in the 45th minute. You have all the momentum going out of halftime. And the funny thing is, they took the longest to get out of halftime too. They did that Argentina strategy in the World Cup where they made sure that the other team's out on the field, but we'll take our sweet time because we want to psych you out. And guess what? It didn't work. Didn't work because you're working with veterans on the other side of that team. Now, I want to give Spain some props because they are a very real team, and this is probably one of the most interesting and entertaining matches I've seen in a while. In terms of international level, 100%. This was such an entertaining game. If I wasn't rooting for any of these teams, I would say this is a really fun game to watch. But since I rooted for one of the teams, very stressful game to watch, in my opinion, but very fun as well. Let's talk about the player of the match, friggin' Nuno Mendes. Eric said he was hesitant going into Wednesday. He was hesitant saying Nuno Mendes is the best left back in the world. Now he's saying that Nuno Mendes is one of the best players in the world. So I do appreciate you for saying that statement. But Nuno Mendes is the best left back in the world, the best fullback in the world right now. You can't deny it. As much as you want to hate it or you don't think it's true, it's facts. It's just factual statements. He had one of the best seasons at left back. Overall, he was the player of the match. And he clamped Lamine Yamal. It's just you can't. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. As much as that might pain some Barcelona fans or Lamine Yamal or Spain fans, it's just a factual statement. If you watch the game, Nuno Mendes was on Lamine Yamal's 100%. And I don't know if you saw this, Eric, but I thought this was very interesting. I kind of pointed it out during the game. Like, all jokes aside, you could tell that Nuno Mendes clamping Yamal was getting to him because he was taking shots further and further away from the box. Like, I don't know if you noticed that, but I saw Lamine Yamal in the second half take a shot from like probably 25 yards out. And if that's Lamine Yamal, I saw Lamine Yamal in the Inter matchup. He's trying to dribble into the box, trying to create something. Like, that's what he's trying to do. Curl it in. Like, that's what we've seen. Take it by the 18-yard box and curl it in. But he kept on taking shots farther and farther out. There's a shot, I think, in around like the 70th or 80th minute later in the second half, where he took one out from like 30 yards out. And I'm like, what's this brother doing? I'm like, he's scared to drive into the box. He's scared against that 1v1 matchup against Nuno Mendes. And it's a mental thing, like you said. But Nuno Mendes deserves everything but praise because the fact is he not beat up, but he clamped the guy who everyone's considering is the best player in the world. And the funny thing about it, and I'm not saying this is you saying this, but I've been seeing this all over the reels or comments and people in general, broadcasters, they'll say, oh, cut him some slack. He's only 17 years old. Nah, we keep in the same energy because y'all, if Spain would have won, y'all would have said Lamine Yamal, 17 years old, Ballon d'Or. Like, let's be real right now. Like, you can't change the narrative because you lost the narrative. Like, I understand he's 17 years old, but guess what? He's a 17-year-old that's playing phenomenal as one of the best players in the world. So he should be respected as one of the best players in the world. And he lost. So let's keep that same energy for him. Doesn't matter what age he is. I'm done with this freaking, let's coddle him because he's a baby. Like, this guy is one of the best players in the world. And he lost, so we got to understand that he lost as one of the best players in the world. Let's be real about that. I'm not trying to put no age into this. This is an adult sport right now. At the end of the day, Lamine Yamal not clapping for Spain. Listen, I get it. You're salty. You're a young kid. You're salty that Portugal beat you guys and you lost your first final ever. Disrespectful? Yeah. I mean, I definitely think you probably look back at that, probably say he regrets doing that. But then again, I don't know. And honestly, I don't really care because at the end of the day, Portugal lifted up the trophy and we got that W. And I'm so happy to be on this podcast today talking about Portugal winning because it just makes me happy to see my country do something great. Overall, the overall game, Nuno Mendes MVP, like we mentioned before. Spain choking leads. Their defense, they made some questionable moves in that defense. Not even that, in that whole game as well. I don't understand what De La Fuente was trying to make with that in these rotations. But overall, I will say, we talked about Cristiano Ronaldo. Another thing Eric said before Wednesday's match, he said, you got to get Ronaldo out of there because of the fact that Ronaldo is a problem for Portugal and he can't produce the same amount. Listen, you're not asking for Ronaldo to be the same guy that he was 10 years ago, dribbling 1v1 matchups, taking control. You're asking him to show up when it matters most, and that's what he does. Leading goal scorer of the Nations League with 8 goals. 8 goals in the last 9 games. That's insane for a 40-year-old man. So I want to give Ronaldo his props. And he came up clutch, tying the game 2-2 in the 61st minute and getting Portugal into extra time and overall winning it in penalties. I want to give props to Diogo Costa, friggin' penalty saving, Morata. And I don't know if you heard this, Eric, with the commentary. When they were talking about when Morata went up, he's like, he's been battling mental health issues. And all penalty. You know what I said to my dad? I'm like, well, he's going to battle some more mental health issues after that one.
Bro, the commentators were literally talking about his mental health, and then brother steps up and misses a pen.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
That was crazy. That's like kind of irony in that point. But Diogo Costa coming up clutch again in the penalty shootout. He does that way too often for us, which is kind of scary in that sense. But overall,
I call him Walmart Ronaldo, bro. Tell me I'm wrong. Alvaro Morata wanted to be Ronaldo. Like the way, look at the way he plays. He literally same build, same everything. He's just not as good. he just doesn't produce as much.
But I was gonna say one more thing. They put in Vega. Remember that guy Vega I was talking about in that Denmark
Not the Vega.
matchup?
Yes.
Where he made
Yes.
he like brought in like he allowed 3 goals for against Portugal. And I was like, what is this guy doing? Never let him play again. When I saw Roberto Martinez put him in, I was like, oh God. Oh
I was
no.
so hyped. I was so hyped.
I know you were,
like,
because you know how he played last game. I was like, oh Jesus, no, we're screwed. Like, how do you do that? And overall, he actually played really good. I know he had that goal line clearance, which technically was offside, so it would have never counted, but still a phenomenal effort. He did play really good, so I got to give him his flowers in that standpoint. But
not the Vega, man.
I mean, Nuno Mensch just MVP. You're talking about a guy. Not only did he clamp Lamine Yamal, but he also destroyed them on the offensive end. Like, there was one play, I think it led to Ronaldo's goal. Yes, it was. Is when Lamine Yamal was stepping, he was number 1 defender to Nuno Mendes. He was expecting the right back. I forgot who the right back was at that time, but he was.
It was either Meninguez or Pedro Porro. One of the 2.
No, it was Meninguez. Yeah, it was him. But he was stepping up, but because Pedro Neto stepped into fill that spot. The right back came in to follow Pedro Neto. Lamine Yamal thought that there was a defender behind him. Nuno Mendes sees that open space. He's like, yep, bye-bye. He takes that space, crosses it over, and Ronaldo gets that goal. Overall, I just want to say, it's not much I can say. I'm just happy for Portugal to win, dude. Congrats, Portugal. Ronaldo, you still got it. Proving all the haters wrong again, as you always do. Nuno Mendes becoming a best superstar in this Portuguese lineup, and this Portuguese team is very good. Very good. And they deserve this victory because they played very well. So I want to give you that. But Ronaldo, 40 years old, dude. 40 years old. Insane. But the one thing I did love, I know Eric hates saying this, but it's just facts, Eric. It's just a factual statement. You know it too. But I saw this thing from the United States, Landon Donovan. He was saying after the game, he's like, that's the type of passion that the U.S. national team needs. And I agree with that 1,000%. And I see Christian Pulisic's father post an Instagram thing saying, he's like posting on ChatGPT. He's like, Landon Donovan took off this time, blah, 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 blah. And Christian Pulisic liked it. Y'all are playing the Gold Cup. This is why America is never going to take a stride in the step that it needs. You bring in a European coach like Poach. Like, what do you like? He's expecting everyone to show up and want to play and care about this team to win something. Y'all are not even showing up to the Gold Cup. It's a cup.
And that's our thing. Like, that's for America, for CONCACAF in general. I know it's so much. That's our Euros.
Yeah.
That's literally because it's that or Copa America. And let's be so real. Like, we don't have
winning Copa America.
Yeah, that's what it really is. So it's like our biggest thing because Copa America is a mixture of all the Americas. Period. I also don't like when they invite teams. That's so stupid to me. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. But I also hope they never invite like a real European team. Imagine they invite like Spain or like Portugal.
It's cooked.
If they invited Portugal and Ronaldo in the Copa America, the Golden Base over. It would be finished. It would be finished, bro. There would be no coming back from that, bro. But,
and he wins it his first time. They'd be like, all right, Messi had to win so many other times. It's just crazy, but
it would never be. It should be done. But
I agree with Landon Donovan and what he said. You can't, Christian Pulisic, you're a superstar for this team. You want to take a break after a long season? He even said it. He's like, look at Ronaldo, freaking passion. He just freaking tearing up because he won this championship. You know how much this means to him at age 40. He's like, he just had a long season in Saudi. He didn't take a rest and say, I can't go, guys. I'm 40 years old. Like, that would be more acceptable. But okay, you need more rest. We'll come you off as a sub. No. Christian Pulisic, you're 26 years old. Like, you're a superstar for this team. Gio Reyna, it's just play the damn game, bro. Play the damn game. You get paid to play soccer. How the hell do you need rest? Vacation.
I just think we're too busy fighting ourselves. You know what I mean? If you have guys that just simply just don't want to play, you know how absurd that is? Like, it hurts even more. Like, I'm sure, David, you can relate to this. As people that at one point in their lives, like, or at some point, even so now, like, regardless, were aspiring or are aspiring, and this goes for any soccer player in general, aspiring to either represent their country or play at the highest level. And then you look at the guys at the highest level, that's supposed to be the example, and they're over here not even wanting to represent us at the biggest cup that we have to offer. It's so irritating. Mind you, again, you guys aren't even playing in World Cup qualifying matches. So it's like this is like probably one of the last chances that we have to freaking play at a high level where it's gonna be high intensity because people want to win a championship. So it's for anyone that's gonna sit there and be like, man, like and like shout back at like other people or like say like it's whatever. I understand that people need time off and stuff like that, but like to sit there and out openly admit like, oh, I just don't want to play in the Gold Cup, so I just don't feel like it. Bro, there's no. Everyone knows in footy. Everyone knows in every sport. One of the biggest honors is to represent your team on a national level.
And guess what Bruno Fernandes said in the interview?
What?
He's like, we play on another level because we get to play for our national team. It's another feeling you get.
There's nothing like lacing up the boots, looking at that jersey in the locker room, and seeing your country's name and your name on the back of it. You're the number one option for your entire country. Let that sink in, bro. Dude, you're one of one, regardless if there's another country that's better than you or not. You are one of one. And to sit there and be like, I don't want to. You should never have the opportunity to do so. I don't care if you say you lose for Elon. You should never have the opportunity. You don't freaking deserve it, bro. You're not gonna win anyways if you are here at this point. With that mentality, goodness me, man. We have a whole World Cup coming up to showcase in our freaking country, and you don't even want to be here, bro. And you think you deserve a chance to freaking play at the World Cup? It's like, bro, it's so irritating. It should be people should be begging. You got kids that are playing across the freaking globe, and in America, I'm sorry I'm going on a rant. It's a little bit. Let's be so real. It's a little bit more personal. I'm not going to speak for David, but it's a little bit more personal for me as well. We grew up playing soccer. We grew up having aspirations, stuff like that.
And also, we're from America. This is our country too. It's like you got to fight hard. Like this is why you're not taken seriously.
You see kids across the freaking world busting their freaking butt to get into a college program, to get into a DA or MLS Next to a pro academy team, stuff like that. And mind you, in USA, it's not the same as it is in Europe. You have to know people. There's so much more politics involved, so much more money involved. So it's already harder as it is to make it to the top. Granted, USA is already a bigger country than any other country that you can think of in Spain. It's amazing. Or not Spain. In Europe, it's amazing as it is. So it's already harder because you have a bigger pool to go against. And to beat all those odds, get past all of that, and be the number one option, and you don't even want to be there, brother. It's so disheartening. So disheartening. Mr. Captain America himself, yeah. I don't even want to focus on Pulisic as a whole because I know it just wasn't him. There was several of them, and we'll see it when the Gold Cup comes. To be fair, we'll see how many of them actually. Because I don't really know the list. To be real with you.
Anthony Robinson. I know Christian Pulisic are two of them. Gio Reyna.
It's so wicked, man. You guys need a break. What does Gio Reyna even? What does he need a break for? He barely played for Dortmund. like, bro, you barely play at the team that you play at. If you want to make the argument for Pulisic, he played a lot for AC Milan, won a title, cool. Anthony Robinson, Fulham, cool, bro.
No, fluff that because listen, you shouldn't be playing if you're injured. But you're getting paid to play soccer. It's not like you don't like your job. Freaking ridiculous. But anyway, guys, shout out to Portugal. Portugal got the job done.
Yeah, freaking, let me see.
Third title. Let's do it.
Chris Richards is
Portugal.
here.
Portugal.
Yeah, shout out Portugal. I don't see
Portugal.
Wow, I don't see a Weston McKennie in this. Wow, this is sad, man. You know what? Maybe it's time to clean house then. Who cares? Maybe it's time to clean house. Maybe it's really time to clean house because this is so sad. This is so sad. Whatever, bro. The team's ranked 16th. They're gonna drop massively when they don't win the Gold Cup, and it's gonna be so much fun watching Panama win the Gold Cup. Honestly, so whatever.
I know I'm rooting for Panama.
We're gonna win it, bro. Gonna win it. Viva Panama. Que viva. Let's go. But
Overall,
yeah, man.
last thing, Viva Portugal. Let's go, Portugal. Let's go, Eric. Let's go, Eric. Let's freaking go. Listen, you can be upset all you want. It's just facts. It's okay. Portugal won. Portugal won. They proved
If
they
it was
won.
literally like any other team, I just root for when it comes to any other team other than USA and Panama, mostly Panama, honestly. I root for the teams where like my players are on. So like Barcelona obviously is gonna be 90% freaking 90% freaking Spain. And I'm only rooting for them because of the fact that like it only helps my play. Like I could say that my players, like we have a UEFA Nations League winner, we have a Copa America winner, we have a World Cup winner, like stuff like that like matters. You know what I'm saying? So it's fun. It's not that I hate Portugal. It's just like the stories that come from it now is not good for Barca fans.
Well,
Like
it's just facts now. It's just how reality.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like dang, like it's not the reality.
Before there were assumptions and guesses, now they're actual cemented in and they're facts. But I'll tell you what, my guys, Vitinha, Noodle Mensch, had a phenomenal season. So
I think David deserves it though, to be fair, because David doesn't really support a team. David supports.
This is my team. This is my freaking
so
team.
it's like you don't get to really see them play often.
Let's freaking go.
Compared to club.
Yeah. But I'm excited for the World Cup. Hopefully, if I got to get freaking tickets to the World Cup.
Yeah,
I know.
Really?
I gotta.
That's confident. Yo, this guy's like all-time high. You want to go to the World Cup? Stop the madness. Nah, brother. Nah.
Eric, what did the Simpsons say, Eric?
Oh my! I don't even want to talk about that. You're not even
Simpsons predicted it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know the Simpsons theory, they predicted Portugal in the final in America.
Portugal? Oh my God! Portugal in the World Cup. Oh my God! I think I'm.
And Ronaldo showed up to Homer's doorstep to bring him to the game.
I might just disintegrate, bro. If Portugal in the World Cup, like, bro, I'll be so happy for you. I'll be so happy for you.
I think I might run around naked.
Yeah, like I'll be so happy for you, but like, bro, Portugal in the World Cup, I really might disintegrate, bro, because like I'm gonna be fighting for my life. I'm gonna be like Messi's the GOAT, and people are gonna be like, "Yo, shut up!" Like Ronaldo in the World Cup because we did the same thing, and it's like
be like, "Where's Messi at 41 years old?"
I know. Oh, I can't live in a world with that. I really can't.
I'll tell you what Messi has above Ronaldo right now is the fact that FIFA FC, ESPN FC ranked him 8th best winger in all the world. So he's got that over Ronaldo.
I'd rather Ronaldo win like 2 more Champions Leagues. I would never just don't touch that World Cup. At the same time, I want him to win the World Cup.
I want it.
It's good for football. To be fair, it makes the story so much better.
It'd be the only trophy I think Cristiano Ronaldo has not won.
Yep. That he's allowed to win. You know what I mean? Like,
he's not allowed to win Copa Americas, but
yeah, he did win Copa America.
Yeah. Imagine.
They should invite Portugal just for the beans. And Ronaldo wins that crap. Oh, it's so over, bro.
Eric, imagine. They're like, okay, we're allowing him to play in the Copa America, and then all of a sudden, boom, 4-0 sweep.
Messi should have went to Saudi, bro. That's the meta, bro. Messi should wait. See, he's over here trying way too hard in the MLS, bro. Ronaldo's really trying in Saudi. Comes to Portugal, knows how to turn up.
Well, the reporter asked Ronaldo. He said, "What do you think about? What do you think about the end of your career?" And Ronaldo said, "He's like, I'm just taking it day by day. He's like, I'm not retiring. He's like, he said, let's see by the time of next year in the World Cup if I'm in good form or not. So we'll see what happens. And if he keeps, I know he's gonna take care of his body because I know for a fact, Eric, Ronaldo's a competitor. He wants to win that freaking World Cup as more than anything.
He probably has a body of like a.
They say a 28-year-old.
No, but that can't still be a thing, right? Sure.
No, it was recent. It was recent.
Still.
Yeah, it came out recently.
Come on, but they have to be talking like a normal 28-year-old, surely, not like a professional 28-year-old, because he doesn't. Let's be so real. 28-year-old Ronaldo, he's nowhere near as fast. He's not even fast. Period. Like he can't. He struggles to move. Let's be real. But like, it's just so absurd, bro.
Where should I say? What is Ronaldo's?
I don't even know how you search that. What is physical? What is Ronaldo? What is Ronaldo's like physical age? I guess. I don't think they would just tell you his age because like that's obviously why I'm asking the question.
Okay, Cristiano Ronaldo's Whoop determined. It's a type of health company.
Whoop. Oh.
Whoop. Determined biological age. His biological age is 28.9 years old, which is 11 years younger than his actual age. So the athlete's performance metrics, including heart rate variability, sleep quality, and were all factors in the assessment.
Wow. My body's probably older than Ronaldo's, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, my body's probably older than Ronaldo's.
It says, what does it say?
I have to be honest though, like I wonder what the body like. I wonder if you did that for like Messi right now, what would it be? Because I feel like all of them might have a little. Ronaldo's is obviously the clearest one, but I feel like if you did that for someone like Zlatan, when he was playing still, like he would have similar numbers, just not that crazy. Because like they have to shape.
So here's the stats. You want to hear the stats that they collected from Ronaldo?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. His resting heart rate. Guess what it is?
I don't know. I don't even know what the regular one would be.
44 beats per minute. Resting.
Hold on. Give me something. You have to give me an example because I'm not.
The average American's like 70. Yeah. A healthy person, someone considered healthy, is 60 below.
Wait, he is 44? Bro, he's meditating. Nah, I think while he was sleeping. There's no way.
Which is providing him with a 2-year reduction in his biological age. This only serves to benefit his performance levels, with 10 hours of a week spent on zones 1 to 3, with additional hours zones 4 and 5. I don't know what that means. He also achieves an average of 17,000 steps each day, knocking off a year of his age. 17,000 steps each day. He said he achieves a 70% sleep consistency too, with the athlete sleeping for 7 hours and 15 minutes on average every night. Damn.
He sleeps for 15 hours?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. With all that freaking PR?
No, 7 hours.
Oh, okay.
7 hours and 15 minutes.
Man, you know how much I sleep per day?
How much you sleep?
No, I'm not even saying
Eric, how did you sleep, Eric?
Yeah, I'm so cool, bro.
Eric, our biological ages, bro. We're forgetting.
I'm definitely. I have to be minimum like 27. Max 44. like not even joking. I'm definitely like a smooth. I'm definitely like a smooth like 32. I'm definitely 10 years older. Like, smooth 33, smooth 35.
Dang. Eric, I'm ready to close out the show. What about you?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
I know what these comments are, you guys.
Speaking of no sleep, I'm about to go to the gym.
I know where these comments are, you guys.
Shout out to everyone. What's some people in the building right now? Shout out to all
y'all right now.
Make sure y'all start loving if you're new.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Overall, I'm not gonna get into every one of these comments because we'll be here for another 30 minutes getting into it. But overall, I'll try to get back to the more recent ones. Knives says, Jay said, well, damn, Killings just cut one hell of a promo and got the holy shite chant.
Really? I'll watch it after.
Knives says, Royal Rumble, 3 faces of truth: R-Truth, Ron Killings, and Ron Cena.
If R-Truth wins the Royal Rumble, WWE's cooked. No disrespect.
Nice. There's a guy named Dem Boobs.
Oh my gosh. I call no, his name's Dembele, but I call him Dembele. It's a lose-lose situation for me. I hope you know that. Like there's no winning in this situation. Oh my gosh.
Eric, you gotta love it, Eric. It's a high level soccer.
I don't know what I'd rather, freaking Nuno Mendes or freaking Dembele win the
Nuno Mendes. Portuguese power, bro.
Yeah, I think I really might rather Nuno Mendes, but
he might not get it though.
I like Alex Balde though. I'm still Alex Balde.
He's not on that list. He's not on that list.
I know, but I'm saying as far as like the left back go, like Nuno Mendes. And also, they give a Ballon d'Or to the manager. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, he's not better than Marcelo. He's not better than Roberto Carlos. Why give a Ballon d'Or?" You're gonna have to hear that.
Overall, John's in the bill. What's going on, John? Appreciate you popping out. He said, "You can't change the narrative because you lost the narrative." Well, good sir, in my belief, in the Polar Express would disagree with that statement. Freaking a fictional freaking movie. Of course.
Oh God, John.
Nice says, they named the soccer tournaments are soda, Coke of America. Okay, Copa America.
Copa.
Opa.
Just cup in Spanish.
Also, it wouldn't be right about this episode if we didn't have a bot in the building. What's going on, bot?
Yeah. We're back on track, baby. Bots in the building. Bots in the building.
That's how you know you've been on long enough when the bot starts coming in. So, hey guys, a literal penguin threw out the first pitch for the White Sox game yesterday. Of course they would have a penguin do it.
How?
Because that's the only way they bring fans in is they say they actually have a freaking penguin throwing the first pitch, and no one wants to watch these guys play. He said all reports are saying that they're looking to sign the penguin to a 4-year, $355 million contract as a starter. I wouldn't be surprised. He'll be in the lineup. He said Mr. Iguana for life. He said, I'm still convinced that list was just a Bleacher Report list that was copied and pasted to ESPN.
What? The Messi one?
I think so.
Lord. I don't know.
So y'all seen the Pride Skittles? They are white because only one rainbow matters this month. That's why y'all make Skittles with high credit scores that know they odds. Listen, know their dads. They know their dads. He's talking about white guys. It's so racist.
I'm so confused.
So they're doing Skittles white because they want to represent the Pride flag. Skittles is a rainbow.
Yeah, wait. Wouldn't that mean that they don't represent? No way they made white Skittles, bro.
So stupid. I don't think that's true.
I'm looking this up right now. Let me see.
He said Abdul David. He said Abdul David. If you want to see the worst wrestler in history, look up El Hilo Del Vikingo. It's a top tier garbage. I don't even know where you guys come up with these names. I believe that they're fake half the time. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Eric Bet says, yeah, it's the rainbow my sister saw and pointed at it and said, look, daddy's gay. Needless to say, my 55-year-old father shook his head and gave up on life at that very moment.
David, look what I just sent you, bro.
Oh God, is it really true?
I don't know if this is real or not, to be so fair. It could just be fan art.
What the hell? That's so stupid. They're not white, they're gray. But still.
Dude, but why would you take the color away? If anything, like.
Yeah, no, they're greedy, bro. They're freaking selfish people, bro. Freaking can't have a normal Skittles. It's a freaking rainbow. Jesus Christ. You have it one way, it changes automatically to another way. You can't win. So stupid, bro. I'm so done. We're over 2 hours, so I can say whatever I want. Nice says also enjoy a Pride Whopper where the choice of buns are 2 tops or 2 bottoms. A real thing. I swear it happened. You gotta be kidding me, dude.
No, it did not.
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
Oh my God.
I think I remember that Burger King thing. Didn't they catch backlash for that? I mean, I would hope so, because that's freaking ridiculous.
2 tops, 2 bottoms.
Nice. Hey, bless, fellas. Appreciate you, Nice. Hope you had a great birthday, bro. But see you later. Murdy's in the building. Keep that round of applause going for Matt. Matt's in the building. Let's go, Matt. Portugal. Listen, we got the jersey on. You know we're representing. Look at this. We got the back. Ronaldo, the GOAT. Listen, we're already in the building right now. Portugal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Matt. You know what's up. And also, Eric, Matt has something to say to you. He said, Happy Pride Month, Eric. Yes, sir, Eric. Yeah. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. My girlfriend got it for me. Gotta shout her out. There we go.
Yo, Matt. Why I see you so this guy.
I got you, Matt.
Oh my God. I can't do this.
Eric.
Yo, Matt. When I see you, it's on site, okay? I just want you.
When are you gonna see him? When are you gonna see him?
I don't know because the dude apparently he's not available on weekends. This guy's not never available, bro.
He said, "Word, Eric. We can run it anytime, Eric. Eric,
Matt,
I'm joining you, Matt. I'm joining you, Matt. Come on.
Matt.
Let's go to a soccer field. I'll wear my jersey. Everyone wear their own jersey. Represent each country."
I can't do this.
He said, "Bing bop, bing bam boom bop." He said, "Good night, sweet cheeks." Yeah.
This guy tells me I have to see,
Eric.
I'm gonna crash.
Why are you gonna crash out, Eric? It's okay.
I'm gonna rip my eyeballs out. Oh my
okay,
god!
Eric.
I'm gonna
It
rip them.
happened.
I'm gonna rip them out. I'm gonna clawing them right now. As we speak. I'm gonna speak. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna end the podcast. Oh my god! I'm overstiffed. Oh my gosh!
Eric, do you hear that? Ready? One more thing.
I swear, David, my camera will go off.
Okay. I'm good. There we go, man. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Listen. Portugal, congratulations. That's what I'm gonna end up on this episode with.
The Panthers also scored again?
Yeah, it's 5-1. Panthers are up. It's not even close. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, I guess you never go against the sports books because they had Panthers as a favorite. So
man, Connor David sucks, I guess. No, I'm
stop. Imagine being judged by one game. Tyree Halliburton. Eric. We're good to close out the show, bro.
I don't want to be here anymore, David.
Eric.
Dude,
it
was all fun and games until Matt showed up, bro. Matt showed up.
Appreciate you, Matt. Thanks for popping out, my guy.
Matt, get out the street, bro. Leave.
Thank you, Matt.
Matt, pack your bags, bro. Get out of here.
All love, Matt. All love. Ready, Eric.
Nah, bro.
We're closing out the show.
Hey, yo, Turkey did start catching strays, bro. I swear.
Oh, Eric, why? What did Turkey do?
Nothing, but the rest yo, bro, they start catching strays.
Oh, guys.
Qualify for the World Cup? Let me see.
I don't know yet.
David, you better end this show before I start going crazy, David.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today's episode. We appreciate every single one of you guys, as always. And the round of applause, keep it going. Thank you for tuning into episode 359 of D&E Takeover. We can check off this episode. Thank you for another successful episode. You guys are the best. And as always, thank you. And we are logging off. If you haven't done already, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and share the show to everyone that you know. We appreciate y'all, and we'll be back on Wednesday. So tune in. All right.
Jordan's gonna qualify over Turkey. Yeah, it's all for the games. Kabaskelia, Mama does Billy, all them.
Oh, yep. Eric, you're right.
Yep. I'm worried about Arthur Goulet, bro. That man dead. Arthur Goulet can't even play for Real Madrid.
I mean, listen, USA just gave Arthur Goulet his goal. You see that goal at the USA allowed?
You say stop.
They kicked off Arthur Goulet's freaking legs.
Say stop.
But anyway, guys, we appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys are the absolute best. And as always, it's been your boy, David.
It's been your boy, Eric.
And we are out, guys. Appreciate y'all. Portugal, freaking great job. I love it. Peace.
All right, peace.
Portugal!